we started, I just pressed the button, okay?
All right.
That's me, guys. Okay, so I have the pleasure to announce a great hangout today again with our brothers and sister Tennessee, Bigfoot, Kentucky, Bigfoot, Tennessee, sorry, brother. Tennessee, Kentucky, Bigfoot, and Matt. And your wife, sorry, your name?
Tina. Tina.
Tina and Tina. So this is our second interview,
Yeah.
and I'm very glad we can finally hang out again. Firstly, I wanted to thank you again for the wonderful gift of the seeds for the tobacco. I hope the sun is not too strong now, and I'll probably do a little tent outside, with cling film so it's not cold. Um,
Yeah.
so let's start with I'm gonna tell a little synopsis about our friend Jim and Matt and Tina and their experience they have in the where they live in the woods with these incredible entities, which we will be talking about them very soon. Okay, so Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot started to document their experience with Bigfoot. It started back in 2010. Um, they had three major experiences. The first one was in 2010, where Jim was alone in the backwoods camping, and he had something violently shaking his tent that night. Our second experience their second experience was in 2018 when they had a herd of Bigfoots running through their camp at night with a recognizable bipedal running, um, hearing sounds running up and down the creek, the where they couldn't see anything, they only heard it. Okay. The third one was in 2020. Um, on the Kentucky Tennessee border, where something woke them up when they were in their camp, in their tent, um, which shook the trees around them violently, and a beeping cricket modern sound orb that floated by and picked up their knife. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And dropped it on top of a pan, of a cooking pan in the camp. Um, and about a giant creature jumping off a cliff and jogged down to their tent. Okay, so this is my brother Jim, his son Matt, and his wife Tina. So, how are you, my awesome family from Kentucky?
We're
Good.
doing great, man. We're
I'll
good.
let you speak now, okay?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Thanks for that little introduction. Yeah. Um, yeah, we've been doing good. We live out in the woods, so we don't have a really exciting life like most people. Uh, raising
Me
chickens.
neither.
Yeah, we feed our chickens every day, and I went out this morning and found me some tomatoes for breakfast, and some. I go out in the yard to get me something to eat every morning because I'm hungry.
I got some
And
blueberries that I don't eat them. They're too acid if you want.
give them to the chickens.
Give them to the chickens. They eat the heck
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
it.
Whatever we don't eat, we give to the chickens. The chickens are always eating. And we
You
have a lot
just
of
put some
cucumbers.
sugar. It's fine.
It'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You can make some wine out of it. Very little.
I'd like to try that.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So the weather been treating you good?
Yeah, it's been nice. We've had all that heat, uh, real hot.
But
It was
that's
a pretty hot summer, miserable off and on, and it's finally cooled off a little bit. We've had a little rain, and now it's kind of getting nice.
We haven't had the rain yet. We had some fog, some dripping, but not much rain anymore. Not that,
Right.
that good rain that we don't need to water the garden any longer for a few days.
that makes it easier.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we haven't watered
It's
the
good,
garden this
right, to
year.
rest,
Yeah, it is.
keep warm on the rainy days. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss that a little bit.
yeah, we've been just overgrown with pumpkins and cucumbers.
Yeah. Here's one pumpkin we got.
Oh, beautiful! My pump. We have two cucumbers growing, but they're like this, very small still. And those that you have in your hand, they are what the name? Abóbora? No,
It's like a squash. But it's like a
pumpkin.
pumpkin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Our
It's a big
pumpkins didn't
pumpkin.
grow much this year. They're starting to grow now, like at the end of the summer. I don't know. I think we may have got it wrong.
Heck yeah.
So here's our cucumbers.
Yeah.
They're called lemon cucumbers.
Bring it forward.
Morcos.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
called lemon
beautiful!
cucumbers, and
There
Oh,
you go.
nice.
yeah, we have a whole freezer full of them, and they grow a lot more than the regular cucumbers. Cut it in half, so really nice.
Yeah.
My wife does like her cucumbers. Those are,
Yeah,
normally cucumbers are sausage shaped, right?
right.
Right.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah,
I'd like to try that.
you can
Oh,
cut them into
nice. I
the
see. I see. Exactly the same inside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like a cucumber.
Yeah, they taste they taste just like a cucumber, except for they grow
So
like
you eat salad with it?
yeah salad. Yeah, they're just regular. They taste just like regular cucumbers. Really good. I'm looking in your chat there. You got BLB and
Tri
Tri Valley.
Valley.
And there's Tri Metal Detecting and Outdoors.
That'll be interesting.
We had our metal detectors a couple weekend ago.
I think it was a weekend.
We were down in Cobra Creek, Tennessee. So yeah, we got two of them that we enjoy.
Oh, yeah. What did you find? Did you find anything?
No, it's
Well,
metal detectors.
when Matt was a little kid, one of the trees told him that it was holding a golden nugget when he was a little kid, and so he went to where the tree was, and the tree was gone. It like died, but he dug around. I think he found the wrong tree, but that's just an adventure. We still got to find the right tree. So Bubba's got a big gold nugget
Underneath it.
underneath it.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
we did get specks of gold, and um, and that's last weekend. That's when we actually lost the gold pan because we were stopped, and Matt was working on the back of the truck, and he set it on the side of the road. Anyway, Bigfoot brought it back the next day. The next day, that
Sweet.
night it was gone,
Nice.
and the next day it showed up at our camp. So, and that was Scott's family brought it back.
Yeah. One of Scott's cousins or family members.
Nice.
But
So
they
that was
moved
cool.
back. Yeah, about like 5 miles away from where we were driving from our first campsite to the second campsite, which is at Lake.
Wow.
But
Look at that, the odds of that.
we just sat down and there it was, a
Yeah.
gold pan right there beside my sniffer at the campsite,
At the campsite, yeah.
the
It
new
was-
campsite.
Right.
Just like wow, doesn't make sense.
Nice
I,
one.
well, I kind of thought they would bring it back because that's the way they are. They're real nice. If you lose something in the woods and you know the Bigfoots around the area, they take care of you. I kind of knew. That's what I told you. I said they'll bring it back.
He said when the first time they noticed the pan was gone, he'd be like, he did say they'll bring it back.
Yeah.
Dad did say they'll bring it back.
It's nice having friends in the woods. You don't have to worry as much as a lot of people do because they got our back.
They
They're
got
kind
our
of like family, so they got our back. They take care of us.
With the important stuff like gold.
Yeah, the gold, they don't give it up as
Gold.
easily, right?
I'm looking at the chat. You have you want to shout out anybody there? I see Dave off Waffle House, and
Love Kung Fu Shaolin. Welcome. Okay, he's a first. Dave's is our awesome brother, Waffle House from England. I just been there today. Mary, Autism Magnet Fishing Mary, awesome sister. Please give us our beautiful jokes, Mary. I do love them. I do remember them. I don't remember them, but I remember they're very good.
That's awesome.
and, some of you that are just coming in, Matt talks with Bigfoot, a giant, Scorpion King from Revelations 9, Mother Gaia, and a few other people. So, if you guys have any questions, I mean, we don't do a whole lot of. I mean, we go out in the woods, but we go out in the woods, enjoy the woods. We don't actually go out looking for them because they're all around us.
We know they're all around.
But this is definitely if anybody has any thing they want to talk about, whether they talk about Bigfoot or they want to talk about giants or dragons, um, we kind of got an open floor. We're not really we don't really have any no real plans, but just to get together and talk some.
And good to see that John P got his seeds.
Yeah, John.
Oh yeah, they're here. This time they're well packaged. I didn't even open it yet because they're perfectly stored.
If you want, we can wait and see how that worked out for you. He ain't even opened it yet.
No, I want to open it when my
Oh, there
friend
it is. Okay.
comes here. He's gonna stop by very soon, and he's my friend that has like a greenhouse, and
Right.
he does have everything to make it grow. He's also planted this summer, but
Right.
the sun this summer has been very
Intense.
from what intense, and they grow like this and then they dry up. So what's
Oh.
happening is either the sun is changing the hours and they're not being able to grow,
Right.
or the sun rays are very strong and it's killing the more sensitive plants, because it was a hybrid. It was like understand. So he had like 10 or 15 seeds that died,
Right.
and they all grew like that. Some of them didn't even grow. So and he tells me I don't think he ordered the outdoor seeds, but either way, I think he ordered a few of them. But he tried the hybrid to see if it was gonna be good because it had a little bit of both, you know, both good parts of the plant. Either way, nothing thrived this year. So he wasted some money. I don't know. They offered him like 10 seeds. They all died. It's very weird.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's kind of
Here
hard
in
to
my house,
imagine.
I haven't grown much, but my wife has been growing, and the things that grow, it's like lettuce and some other stuff.
Right, right.
That's good.
So, what you want to talk about, John?
Okay, so
What-
if you have any news on our friends, on George or Scott,
Well, okay. Well,
um,
let's open it up to them. Is there? Let's see. He talks to everybody. I don't know if anybody. Uh, I don't want to open it up to anybody that has anything.
we can talk about something you've talked the last weeks on your
Anything
channel.
like that. It's always good to kind of like have a topic. They usually
Yeah, they work with topics.
they work with topics like, for example, the moon. Where it came from, or the giants, what they are, where they're at, what they do, what's going on with the giants, the story behind the giants, the Bigfoots. Uh, you know, they bring in and they, you know, usually in our conversations, they just kind of come in and help us with our understandings. So, it's good to talk about a topic and then, like we need clarification. They help us in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they
Yeah.
help out with.
Uh, Dragons. Uh, Anybody got any specific cryptid you'd want to talk about? Anybody have any
New cryptids.
anything that they have questions about? Anybody? Uh,
Anybody got any theories? That
yeah,
sounds like
if
a
you
fun
got
topic.
theories or yeah,
Any type of theory that you got going on. Like
Right.
y'all working on any type of theories out there, y'all's on y'all's own channels or anything? I don't mind like to
I
see
got
what
a I got a
Brother Guy
question.
would say.
Oh, question
Yeah.
time.
I got a question. I just remember it's something I'm gonna do very soon on my channel with a friend of mine. You could maybe ask Scott about angel hair. You probably heard of that, but maybe his opinion on that. If he knows anything on that. Um,
Angel hair. If I remember, I'm gonna try to remember what I remember of angel hair. Um, it's that very thin layer that doesn't burn. I mean, very thin hair that doesn't burn on fire.
angel
Or
hair. I think it's very close to that. That it's like a bug. It's like a little spider that produces, the spider web, but it becomes so thick that
it's silk.
it can fly away and it can look like something is falling from the sky.
Oh, it kind of looks like
But
chemtrails to me.
Those.
Those hairs.
Yeah.
but the angel hair normally is associated with like apparitions and UFOs and stuff like that, lights in the sky. Even sometimes there are lights in the sky in like a foggy night. So whatever people see is like very faint lights high up in the sky, and then sometimes it starts falling to the ground. This like hair, and as soon as it touches the ground or the hands, it dissolves. So
Yeah,
it's not the same as the spiders that produce that
yeah.
web,
Now
but
we've
but
we've
it's
seen.
it looks alike, but but the angel hair, when it falls, it dissolves. So
Yeah,
it's
we've
been tested. It's been tested. I think some guy from Argentina one day. They were lucky that the guy had like a test tube on his hand. He didn't have it, but he went back inside in the faculty and got the test tube, and he was able to get some. And they tested it out. I do have it on my channel. It's one of my chapters of the book of the one I'm doing.
right.
But either way, it can be animal produced, the spiders, because I talked with my biologist friend, and the book also explained a little bit. But he's doing his homework, and we soon gonna talk more on that. Either way, you do you want to do
You got
your question for him?
yeah, Game Pro. He said he might have saw Dog Man a month ago, and I wonder what Game Pro thinks. Angela, I mean, a lot of people think Dog Men are bad, or you know.
See, Dogman's very. It's like a dog. Dogman's not really. Dogman's got a dog-like attitude, a smart dog's attitude, and a tough dog's attitude. You know, it's they're very reliable. They could, if they love you, they'll have your back and they'll die for you. You know, they have your back completely through and through, thick and thin. You know, and also Dogmans will be the, wild dogs. You know, they'll be the first one to tear up a kid. You know, not. I mean, I'm just talking about those dogs that you see on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and the dog comes off jumping over a fence. That's a little different because it's a domesticated dog that's been caged up for a while. But besides that, dogs they're very jump forward for what they are into. So you might get terrified by a dog man more than you would with Bigfoot because Bigfoots are more like human creatures, more like humanoids, more like human. I should say the mindset of a human. You know, different than a dog's mindset. You know, um,
But he said on a road trip through Pennsylvania, Route 5, something ran across the road and it didn't look human. Stood upright, wolf head, um, looks like black, like a black hole, and it was looking at the black hole in the broad daylight, absorbed all light. It was so black. Yeah, that's the thing is there's these black, what we call the dark side, the black. Those are God's creatures. The Bigfoots, the dogmen, the giants, the beasts, the dragons. A lot of people. If you go through the Bible, you think they're evil, but technically they're all God's creatures, um, and they are the black forces. In Revelation talks about they're coming, and as most people have seen, there's a lot more Bigfoot reports, Dogman reports. People are seeing a lot more cryptids.
and in the Bible, if I remember right, it doesn't say that the beast is bad, as in like evil.
No,
Like
it doesn't.
we should just randomly kill all beasts.
The Bible gives us dominion over the beast.
Yeah.
And then Revelation talks about the beast coming up through the earth. So a lot of people don't know anything about cryptids. They think that they're black. The black creatures are evil, or the black side, the dark side.
Dark side, the stuff that you don't really see, the beast.
I mean, it took us a long time to change our attitude towards things that Bigfoots and stuff, because
we was even terrified in the woods.
yeah, we were terrified.
So we even believe.
Yeah, we used to carry weapons. We used to go out in the
predators.
woods, and we used to think that they were out to
Kill
But
us.
after years and realizing that we're still alive, and actually
Kind of focused on themselves.
they've been helping us. Yeah, they really have. But they've helped us kind of come around and understand what's important. And
And they show us signs. We find turkey feathers right in front of our trails at times. We find certain things right in front of us. They're always around. They're always showing that they're around. So there's more of a, connection that they have with us.
yeah, game Game Pro said almost as if we're censored. Yeah, the veil, it's kind of like they are not completely here yet, but we are starting to see glances of them, and they do kind of fade and come because they're still kind of hiding because man still wants to go out and kill everything that they, man judges things as well. If it's a dog, man, it's got to be evil because it's not one of us, so we got to go out. Bigfoot, they're big and they're evil, they've got to. So a lot of them are still in the dark just because people are been brainwashed through religion and such to think that all this stuff is evil that they know nothing about. If we don't know what it is, it's got to be evil.
Yeah, that reminds me that it looks like it was kind of censored, like that was how dark it was. Well, and Janice Carter, from what she revealed, from what she found out in Russia, the Bigfoot out there drove a car out there. Besides the point, the hair on the Bigfoot was clear, and she actually had the hair, and you can't burn it. You can't burn it, It doesn't catch on fire or anything like our hair, greasy fire. It doesn't do that. And those Bigfoots out there are clear hair, so it's kind of like it's in between the veils, right? Where we got this side, this physical veil, and we got the other side of the veil, which they're able to work within. We only got so much spectrum of light that we could see, so who knows how many could be around this type of deal. And just saying in the veil of spectrum of light, they could actually physically be right beside us right now, but our perception of light reflecting back, we don't see them. Right. Interesting that you're saying it's like a void because they've taken in the light. That's interesting.
Yeah, he said like GamePro said it was like looking at a black hole in the broad daylight. You got to remember that truth is stranger than fiction. So a lot of people forget that truth is stranger than fiction. All the fiction and science, and all the fiction that you read, and all the science fiction, that's made. They got that from the truth. Truth is actually stranger than fiction, and so it's really hard for people to absorb some of these truths because it's like I said, truth is stranger than fiction, and we know that, and that really takes a lot to open the mind to understand that.
And
that's God's world, right? God's world is stranger than fiction.
Yeah,
God's world's a mystical mystery place. Mother Gaia has all kinds of creatures that she creates, all kinds of beings that she loves. She calls her pretties, from dragons to Bigfoots to
a mosquito.
Yes,
she even loves her little detail marking she puts on the mosquito.
Yeah, angel wings that showed up.
Angel, hey, love you, Angel.
Oh, Angel is here. Wonderful. Okay, let me give her a wrench.
Yay.
I known Angel Wings
Hey, now she'll
longer than I known many of us guys. I known Angel Wings for so long.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
So long, guys.
Showed up. Yay!
I think she was from GoofOn as well. I think I met her at GoofOn like 5 years ago as well.
Say dragons?
Angel.
So now that Angel's winged here, we can maybe talk about that topic. Let me see how I can explain the way I see this. She's kind of like, she is a Pisces, so that means super psychic, infinite psychic, that kind of stuff. So she's
Infinity Sun.
Yeah, that's Pisces for you.
Top two.
And we run into her, of course, on I think it was Rob's Skeptic channel. Yeah. And she had me at dragon because I'm like, oh, another dragon person. Woohoo! Because we knew Chloe had dragons. And Matt really, Chloe's dragon had visited us. And so we're like, okay. And our Bigfoot's visited Chloe. And John, you know Chloe. She's down in Australia.
Yeah, of course. From Australia, of course.
Yeah. And so now
I think I've added her on Facebook.
Right. So Angel Wings or Jamie, we've met her. And now she's up in Minnesota and the Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Okay, Wisconsin. I'm going to Minnesota.
Right,
It's in between Michigan and Minnesota.
Okay.
So it is
Yeah. Well, the the Rocky Mountain Dragon, it runs all the way down through the United States, all the way through Mexico, all the way up through Alaska, and all the way back down. The Rocky Mountain Dragon is the body of the dragon, and the head's kind of in her area. But anyway, she knows a lot of the babies, and and the dragons are the ones that do all your crystals and rocks. And so her being really sensitive as a psychic, she's really good at sensing energy and how energy works. And I'd say one of your top-notch light healers, because people that can see energy can work with it. And the dragons, she's got a lot more than just the dragons helping her, but I'm just saying the dragons, for example, are really big on crystals and rocks and how to use them to heal and to balance your life and all that stuff. And then and Matt, he's just bouncing around between everybody. So he kind of, Matt and her have got together, and they're kind of working on both of their abilities, helping each other.
Yeah.
So, right, you're smiling. You want to say something? What do you want to say?
Oh no, I'm just
smiling.
Just smiling. This is
Yeah.
good.
It's great seeing Forrest, friend.
Yeah, of course.
You too, sister.
I drop bombs.
Yeah.
Devastating. It's empty.
Now I drop bombs day. It's booms day. It's hard to contain the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, she works really hard on, I know, a lot of the clearing. I'm hoping that, Chloe is a big, wife's laughing at something. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at John P.
What's he
He's
do?
trying to
Sorry,
kill a
there's
bug.
a
Oh, he's trying
mosquito,
to kill a bug?
guys.
Get him,
Get
John
him,
B. Get him. I'll take.
Well, Angel,
I didn't get him,
Angel's
guys.
daughter-
When it's a
You get him?
mosquito, you gotta move slowly with the
You've got jaws,
racket
keep your
and
hand in
catch
the
them
back.
like that. And
Right.
I think I must have turned. We cannot look at them directly, because as soon as you look at them, they fly the opposite way. So I usually let them very close, and then I go.
Oh, well, that's good.
Sorry, guys. I don't
I
need
get
to
that by myself with those
break
things.
the focus here.
Yeah, that's all right. We're
That's
not
good.
super focused anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not that, but I don't need to take the tension.
No problem.
No,
But guys, don't
But
worry.
okay.
It's gonna come back now that it's got close. It's gonna come back again. And I do see them on the corner of my eye, So that's why
Yeah.
sometimes I do look like that, because that's how I catch them.
Everybody.
Hello, Ghost Sister. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's from East Tennessee. All right.
That's where we're at. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, as well. Nice one.
So the dragons.
Please
I mean,
continue, brother.
That's kind of a new topic for all of us. We're starting to learn more and more about the dragons.
Okay, so I got very interested on a Game Pros sighting, so that was very
Yeah,
good,
that's interesting.
to get us a bit, a bit creeped out.
Hey, Road Riders DG's here. Awesome.
Heck yeah. Oh,
I don't
we,
see
uh,
anything.
the dragons. Oh, you want to talk about the dragons?
No, I don't know. You can if you want to. You want to say something? What's Angel saying? Okay. Read it out loud.
So, brother,
Okay.
I was watching Preston Dennett's from last night, and I saw your question, and I heard the answer as well. You want to talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit?
And did he answer my
The question.
question? Did they answer my question? I never saw him answer it.
Which one?
Yeah, they answered. They answered your question.
Oh, okay. Because I was waiting and I didn't. I thought maybe he missed it.
Either you missed it or you left before they told it, but I think it
Yeah,
was quite at the end.
Oh, really? What did they
Yeah,
say?
it was,
Because
it was rolling.
maybe-
The chat was like crazy.
was it the question about when you go to your planet, the light? Was that the question?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm glad they did get to it. I don't know why they held it to the end because I kind of lost interest and kind of tuned out. and went somewhere else. But I'd asked them
Yeah,
when you
but they
died.
didn't forget it. You know why? Because I watched it today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I wasn't feeling very focused either. I was. We had a show and with
Right.
Gigi, Gorilla Gamer, and I was. I've been in the afternoon in the park, so I was a bit tired. But
Well,
I
let
did
me
notice
talk about
something.
that question. Then I want to talk about Angel's comment. Um, so that
Yes.
question last night, I said, when you die, I know a lot of people are finding out what planet they're from or what star seed they're from, and so I'm noticing more and more people are realizing that they are from other places. And my question was, when you die, you know, they talk about you go into the light. I'm like, there are some people are going to go to the star or to the light and go back to their galaxy, or because that's something I think might be coming up in the future is a lot of people going back to the planets they come from, the Dracos, the Pleiadians, that kind of stuff. And so, John, what did they say? I'm curious about what
Oh
they
my
said.
God, Tennessee! I just remembered. Dolly started going on. Oh my God, she started going on like we were once in Mars and we had to leave to
Yes, true,
Earth.
true.
Look, but her, it's not that she said that because we know that already. That's what they've been talking. It's um,
He's messing.
she was sure about it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she wasn't sure. She was sure.
She was sure it was true. She was
Yeah,
sure.
she was convicted. She was saying with conviction.
Yeah.
Either way, you'll have to watch it again.
Okay.
What I do is usually when I'm doing stuff, I let it roll and I just listen
Right.
because she talks a lot as well, and it's not easy.
Right.
Either way, that's why I remember.
Okay. Well, that was an interesting question. Like I said, I didn't know they answered it. I ended up watching something else for a while. You want to look at Angel's comment? She
You
said,
wanna? Let's go. Let's ask Angel.
"Yeah, I want to read her
Yeah.
comment." She said, "Matt's realm of uh, interesting beings keep visiting me now more to think they bring me things that need clearing to for them." And that's pretty cool because I mean that's kind of what's happening is like we didn't meet Chloe's dragons and her fae until we were friends with Chloe, and then our Bigfoots went down there, and then our Bigfoots met some of her cryptids, and then some of her cryptids came up here. But it's interesting how the spiritual world works. Is the spirits kind of follow who the other spirits trust,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You
Yeah,
won't
I'll
invite
get the link,
them if
sister.
you don't trust them.
yeah. And
Yeah, and
so
that all happened this year.
yeah, but it's
With
one at a
James.
time. And Matt, originally we started talking to Scott, the Bigfoot, and it was a long time before anything else tuned in that trusted you, but they trusted you because Scott trusted you. And it took
Mhm.
time before others have stepped in
George
to trust that.
It was actually the trees. I started with the trees first. Trees trusted me, then the Bigfoot, Scott, and then George, and then I believe it was Scorpion King, Dragon, and then Mother Gaia. Then some other. Then I finally recognized who God was, pretty much. Of course, I cleared out all. Whenever I did my purge and myself and John clear out all spirits, I even purged out God Himself. But I also said all these good angels and all these good beings that are there that are good. They put protection around me so I can have a purge on myself to know myself. So I did a good time period with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see. Angel Wing says, spirits bring me to a message talking about Matt and being part of divine source, healing Earth on multiple dimensions and multiple realms. Or our fates are intertwined, multiple past lives together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt's starting to realize, that he was probably a pirate or something in a previous life because he had a pet octopus that he carried with him all the time. He had like a little holster for it, and it would stay beside him.
Container with some salt.
We had a pet octopus in a previous life, and it would climb up and get behind him, and if there was something coming up behind him, it would flick his hair and remind him
Flick my
to
hair. There's
look
something
back.
bad behind me. I need to
So
look
he's,
behind me.
and then of course since he's talking to that octopus again, well, originally he ran into the octopus in like a dream of his, or whatever you call it, and the octopus came up to give him a hug. This has been a year or so ago.
Yeah.
And so he was telling about it. He was freaked out and he ran.
Yeah, I was like, have you ever seen an octopus smile at you? I have no clue what that looks like, and I just turned and ran. I was like, no, I've never seen a happy octopus before.
So we were like,
I thought.
we were making fun of him, and over time, he went to a high table meeting the other day and had Bigfoot guy and a whole bunch of them there, and they keep trying to get him to come to the meetings.
I was told by Jamie, and Jamie was even told that to herself too.
Yeah, that they were supposed to be going, but Matt, he's kind of a loser. He doesn't really go to the meetings like he's supposed to.
Yeah, I don't like where there's groups of people now.
And the Bigfoot and the octopus, he's hanging out like on the back row, kind of depressed still, because Matt don't remember him when he was young.
Previous life.
Yeah.
So anybody that's near the ocean or lives a lot in the ocean, I do gotta send my request to you. Get yourself a pet octopus. You need it.
Yeah, you
need a pet
Oh, I do like octopus, brother.
They're very smart.
Sometimes, like in the oven. My gosh.
Yeah.
I put some salt.
Whenever I go swimming, the octopus will ride on my leg. Even still today, I don't kick with my feet when I swim, and that kind of like made the correlation. Like, oh wow, I don't kick while I swim because I'm supposed to have a pet octopus. I'm still depressed. I don't have my octopus with me.
His octopus hanging off his back,
hanging off my leg. Hanging off my foot, just dangling, just barely holding on. He just stretched out with me, just like swimming with my arms and stuff.
Big praise, my brother Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Check.
Heck yeah.
Let's see what else we got.
Oh my God, brother, that's gonna be intense.
Yeah.
Either way, brother, she's already recovering, so the bones are already getting better. So I hope she's in a cast, right? So get well soon. Big prayers, everyone. Please send good prayers for our friend's daughter.
Ghost Lord says, "Oh, that's so TKB." I'm not sure what they're talking about, but
Sorry. Okay, here we are.
Ghost Lord. Okay, cool.
I do like Angel Wings. She got a suit with the wing.
Messing with Angel Wings.
that's hilarious. I visited this morning where he fixed my safety glasses. Oh, yeah, he likes to flick things.
Yeah.
He's
Trying to get your attention behind you.
Well, he's trying to help you because I mean that's the way he warns you. Is he flicks you? He's telling you something's behind you, or be careful.
Yeah,
watch out. So
they never done anything to me without.
Well, Angel's like that. She's got so much help around her. She's so sensitive that she can feel their energy. She can pick them up, move them.
Yeah, she pick up this ball of energy. It'll be a dragon. You'll be like, wait, what? Yeah, this is her pet dragon.
Yeah, pet dragon.
That's Angel Wings for you. She's awesome.
Oh, look, we've got our friend Andrew is here as well. Good evening, my brother.
I haven't talked to Forrest friend in a while. I wonder how she's doing. I see her in the chat room. I know she's always, nature loves you when you love nature. Nature comes to you when you come to nature. And Forrest friend, I could say she's one of those that, that's the message and that that she puts out, because she goes out and she loves it. And this year around here, because we've kind of started to understand how that works. We've got dragonflies, we got rabbits, we've got hummingbirds, we've got
We had plants that flowered that never flowered before.
nature. Yeah, when you start loving nature, it's like loving nature just comes to us.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, now we got these ash flies, like these little white flies, very small. They just like literally float around. They got 6 legs. They're little insects. But they're like little ash flies. They just float around. They're everywhere.
Yeah, Robin Smith.
This year.
Robin Smith says in Ohio right now we have a hot spot for everything. Yeah, Ohio has got that's a busy spot.
Yeah, there's more in the creeks and the lakes than there is on land. That's what I heard from Scott right now. There's more in the creeks and the lakes, like the Great Lakes as well, because you're connected up there. And I remember right. There's more connection in the waters than there is on land.
So Scott's 18-year-old Bigfoot, that one of the first ones that came to us and started talking to Matt, probably been 2 or 3 years ago. I guess by now.
Almost 2.
Yeah. Now he travels all over the place. He's I call him like a diplomat. He goes
with his father.
Yeah, his father was doing it. Now he's running he's running a lot of his father's path now, going to Colorado and down to Mexico. He's helping a lot of the Bigfoot clan, especially out west, just helping them come back to love, come back to nature, come back to and so Scott, we love Scott. Like I said, to be 18, he went out west and was standing there. But one night he was working with a group, and he's just doing his thing. And I don't know if he's having a bad day or they wasn't really getting his drift or whatever. But anyway, he went out and he basically like put his hands up in the air and was like standing there, and he was like facing, he was facing away from him, and he's kind of like, hey God, leave me. I'm, whatever. I'm just here to do, what's good or whatever. And anyway, on his back, a bunch of lightning bugs silhouetted his whole back, and then he had them line up on his chakra. And the other Bigfoot saw this. They saw the back of his back in sequence, synchronized lightning bugs on the back of the Bigfoot, as on the back of his back, and they saw the ones going up from the bottom up.
From the bottom up. See, the whole thing will flash. So, okay, flash, and the bottom one lights up, and then flash, the second one up, flash, and then flash, third one up top. It just keeps on going, boom, 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 boom.
And so, of course, like the next day or whatever, they're like, that clan was like, yeah, we'll follow you. And he's like, okay.
He thought that was weird.
But I mean, that's just, that is the way it works, right?
Yeah, just following spirit. That's how it works.
Right.
That's crazy that it is. Oh, but this is a new thing. Burnt sticks. This is a new thing about that. We had a person that asked a couple of weeks
What
ago.
about the burnt sticks we're doing inside some of the structures and stuff? They want to know about that.
See, the thing is about the burnt sticks, certain place, if it's certainly placed somewheres, it's a burial site or some type of Indian burial grounds is what they have. They have burnt sticks in the offering plant or wherever they have in the front entrances to their grave sites. Well, Bigfoots are a little different. They'll have a burnt area or a stick that got burnt, and they'll just stab it in the ground or something like that. So those effects. They don't have a bunch of other rock trails marking off the area. It's usually to mark a bad area that had occurred here. So be wary on your back and be intentional when you're walking. Respect the land when you walk. When you see a burnt stick on the ground, respect the land when you walk. That's really one of the main things you want to do. When you see burnt sticks, obvious burnt stick tip, but the rest of the stick's fine or something like that. Certain things that are like, yeah, that's not like how nature would do that.
Yeah, it doesn't look normal, right?
Yeah, and that's what Bigfoot Scott was been doing. he followed to every burnt trail marker. It's also a burnt trail marker his father left behind. So his son could work through those areas to clear out the areas
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So Scott's a big clearer.
From bad
I
energies.
didn't know until now. Yes, he's a
So
big clearer.
he's like
His
you.
dad
He works, and he's
Yeah.
like Angel. He can work with energy, and he can see it, and he can clear it and work with it.
and the burnt marked
Okay.
areas is places that needs clearing. I didn't know this.
I didn't even.
That's
We just like I said, we're sitting here learning. Like we don't know. We just learn as we go along. And there's a gate smasher. Hey,
Hey, heck yeah.
and let's see, you got a question there. Do you know Sasquatch Bigfoot as a fourth dimensional being? Um, let's see. How do we want to go approach this? Because
The way I approach it is like you guys see what dimensions are: 2 dimension, 3 dimensions. They're physical things. Like right now, you're looking through a 2 dimensional screen. It's all flat. But right now, me and him's in 3D. Physical, real life. So I can put my arm behind him. But in 2 dimensional, you can't do that. So it's a physical things with dimensions. But are they in different realms? Then yes, I see them as kind of like a workers in between the light spectrums that we can't see through. We see through light reflecting off of other things. Bigfoot's, well, one comment actually it was very interesting. They absorb light. Well, the one in Russia, they got light. They got hair
they're rainbow colors.
They're rainbow colors.
Yeah,
They
they're
can
rainbow
reflect
colors.
and light goes around them. Stuff type of deal. So you can't really see them. They're camouflaged that very well.
Yeah.
So I see them as being rainbow colors is also an underground worm.
Forms. Yeah,
Colors.
everything that's got rainbow colors or glow
Dark
come from a
areas.
dark area. Come from either deep ocean or under the ground. Of course.
Yes.
But let me clarify a couple things with you, because for one, there's many species of Bigfoot. You got the Yetis, you got boogers, you've got Sasquatch, and so oh lordy, how many species is unimaginable. And it's kind of like a species of men. We have Chinese, we got American, we got African. We got so many species, and every one, even every species of man has so many different characteristics that are so different from the other species of man. So they also have different abilities. And that's the thing is about the Bigfoot world. If we just look at North America Bigfoots, then you're talking. Some of those glands are kind of like they have abilities like shaman to go walk into a tree,
Like the
come out of
Yetis.
the ground, where the Yetis can.
Yeah, the Yetis are.
The Yetis are
fluent.
Russian, right?
Yeah, they're in India. Those
Right.
guys.
So, yeah, they're what?
India,
India.
that area, lands and all that.
But I think also on the when you look at whether they're fifth dimension, you're also looking at whether they were taught. If your father was a shaman, they would probably teach you how to manipulate physical things, how to, merge your DNA with a tree and go inside of it. So not every clan teaches their children. Like, of course, the human, we've been very neglected. We've all been sent to public schools where we learned nothing spiritual, where we learned nothing really. We learn everything to be a slave. How to go to work and how to do whatever they tell us to. That's all we've all been programmed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a new thing that Jamie was bringing up in our previous conversation between me and her and Dad. Your spirit. Oh, yeah, what I was doing. Yeah.
okay, but anyway, on that fifth dimension, I tell you a couple interesting things that, like, some of them go into trees, but they have to ask. And I give you an example. One time, a friend of ours up in Kentucky was having problems with a Bigfoot clan. They were running them out of the woods, and so what they did was we asked Scott if he could take a look into it. So Scott went up to Kentucky, and he basically told our friend, "Don't hunt on this ridge because you're too close to their house." And so that settled that problem. But
Okay.
and later on, as our friends started getting closer towards nature, kind of like Forrest Friend, demonstrates, as he opened up his heart, started accepting nature, loving nature. Nature started returning that. And what happened was there was a buck deer that walked up, and he was about 10 foot away from him. And he was kind of out in the woods looking at this little place that had some stuff in the ground, treasures and junk and whatever. Anyway, this buck walked up about 10 foot from him, and it stood there. And anyway, we thought, I bet Scott went there. So we asked Scott, did you go? Did you go in that? Was that you? And Scott said, no, it was not me, but I did go into that deer. So what Scott did was went into the deer, but he asked the deer. See, this is the way it's supposed to be. He asked the deer. He went in the deer, and then it was that deer was there. He said it was there for almost an hour.
3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours.
She says 3 hours.
Yeah, he was metal
He's
detecting.
metal detecting. Okay, so that deer was 3 hours. It actually laid down a buck. And the purpose of that was Scott was showing him love. See, nature, you show nature love, nature shows you love. It's the way it is. That's the way it's supposed to be. We are supposed to be in love with nature, and we're supposed to be, nature loves us back. It's nature actually gives you back 7 times what you give nature.
Yeah, you plant a tree, well, you get 7 times.
You get
Plus.
7 times because that's the way God is.
Seeds back. Yeah.
But anyway, outside, we'll skip forward on that 5th dimensional because you could see that's an open question, but it's there's a lot there to unfold.
Oh yes, a lot to talk there.
We had you want to go back
Hypothesize.
to Angel, or where you at? I know we kind of he said electromagnetic waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well. The thing is, there's electromagnetic places on this earth there's a place that we go to where the trees are all growing. They grow sideways.
Yep.
They grow sideways, and there's lots of tridents, and a lot of burial mounds. And when you videotape on your camera, you'll get this like that. And so there's a lot of, and there's of course everyone knows of these places where you go and you can park your car and it will go uphill, or you can. There's houses in certain places where the house is like this, but you're still walking straight up. So there's a lot of electromagnetic phenomenon that you can easily get that confused with stuff too. All right, so I got Angel read what she said. What Angel would say?
Let's see.
I can spin kick.
Okay, they might.
You're not. Scroll down.
Right here.
Oh, oh, you got it right there on top. My bad. Yes, that's when you get corrupt gifts, the misuse of them. Hurting others too is forbidden. Yeah. Why most can't understand it, not all their fault. Either lack of teachers physically being able to help them learn.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
See,
I mean, you're good.
yeah, whenever I was in school, I have these abilities, and this is a new thing. I think just today I kind of like recognize I didn't have abilities. I had natural ways of living. I naturally pick up things. I have natural eyes. I could pick up things. And then I'd tell the teacher something or whatever it might be, that she'll look at me like, no, that's not. You can't do that. That's not natural. Something's wrong with you. You got dyslexia or something like that. We got to classify you as something that's wrong with you. I didn't have abilities. I had ways of doing things. Does that make? I'm trying to find the right word. I forgot the right word.
Sounds good. To
Yeah,
me.
But,
it does
yeah.
make sense.
I don't got the right word, but yes,
That sounds
okay.
good.
It's good.
Well, Matt.
Like
started-
you mean handicapped?
Well, not handicapped. That's what they want to label you as. You're not
Yeah,
handicapped.
exactly. That's what they want, but that's not the real thing. It's
Yeah, it's
more deeper than that, right? It's like
yeah, you
maybe
can
a
see
talent
ghosts. Like some
or
people
gift.
can see ghosts. Like some people can see ghosts. That's the one I'm talking about. It's not a handicap, but obviously it's helping you even more.
It's a gift.
Because you
It's
can
the
see there's a
opposite.
ghost around you.
It's a
It's a
gift.
gift, but it's your natural
Yeah,
abilities.
and they
That's
call
awesome.
these gifts.
But they
They're not
want to
gifts.
try and make it a handicap so that
Yeah.
either they put you on meds to
Right.
remove
make you
so that you
handicapped.
don't have that, you know.
and
So they don't evolve that capability,
Right.
right?
and they're not really gifts. It's just DNA that hasn't that you've had turned off, or that we turned off, or someone turned off. And a lot of people call it gifts, and I'm starting to look at that differently because I mean, it's not a gift to see ghosts. I wouldn't want to be where he's at. It's
Yeah,
not a gift to
it's
have everything talk to you. We'll go eat in a restaurant. And you come
exactly.
out, and
It's
the
not a
tree will
gift.
yell at you.
It's
The
a
tree will
curse,
yell at
actually.
you. You
It's a
know.
curse if you think
So that's
about
not.
it.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
kind of a
curse in
curse.
a way because you're not normal now, and now you're a freak, right? Now you're like
Because
uh,
everybody else closed off their abilities
yeah,
somehow, whether they were manipulated or not, doesn't matter.
yeah. This
But
world is very bad about judging everything that's different. Whether it looks different,
sounds
it's
different.
bad. If you act different, you're bad. So there's a that's a that's true.
If you don't sit down with the crowd, you're bad.
Yeah. If you don't follow the crowd, you're bad. If you don't put on the mask,
I don't follow the crowd. I'm usually well in a distance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm not with the crowd, that's for sure. I'm in the woods.
yeah,
Where the crowd doesn't
yeah,
go to.
we live out in the woods, and I don't really do a whole lot with people. I have a few people I do stuff with, and just yeah. We're not. We're kind of like stay out with our chickens and our pets and our cats and our dogs and our in nature, and we love nature. We love being in the woods. We love camping, and so the city and the Tina, she's the one that has to go to the store.
I don't do camping for a while, but I'll stay in like in a cabin
Yeah,
as long as it's wood, or a little bit like good isolation from the cold because here it's pretty cold and humid. It's not easy.
yeah, and Andrew said DNA being switched on again by ETs. Yeah, some of that is true. See, if you're a Pleiadian, you're a starseed from Pleiadian. I bet the Pleiadians are helping you.
To
If
get you
you're,
back home.
yeah, to get you eventually back home
Because
to
that's
your
where you
planet,
came from.
probably.
Your spirit
But
possibly came from there.
me and Matt, we've decided we're from Gaia. We're not. We're from Earth. I don't really. I don't really relate to. And we don't talk to. You don't talk to any of the
Other planets.
other
I tried
other.
to talk to Neptune or Uranus, something like that, but I couldn't. I just returned back. I mean, that was when I was talking to an
Right.
octopus. But still, I was trying to talk. I was trying to talk to the outside of the planet, see if there's any other things. I couldn't find nothing.
Yeah.
Gaia was the
Keep
only one.
trying, Matt, because I've I've read somewhere that the Fatima apparitions was predicted in January and it happened in October. So it was predicted like almost a year before, 8 months, not 10 months before. It was predicted by like some mediums that connected telepathically the same way as you do. So I've heard of, UFOs or aliens contacting,
Yeah.
even they may be far away and they can find you if you keep the channels open, if you want to talk with them.
Yeah.
That's what Dolly also talked yesterday,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Dolly. I
to
agree with
keep
Dolly.
open if you want to talk with them.
Yeah. I agree with Dolly and Preston. I watch them and enjoy them. I support them. I've got the Dracos and Greys and some of the other reptilians, unless they've been washed and what do you call when you clean energy transmuted.
Transmuting.
Unless Angel Wings or Matt has transmuted them or Gaia has transmuted them into positive, because a lot of these evil, a lot of the what you could say, I don't want to say evil, negative entities are coming in to be transmuted back into positive. In other words, they're willing to die to be positive. So the ET program is very complicated because, like you say, you've got mixed. You got some that are positive, some that are negative, and then you got people. John, where do you feel you? Are you from another planet? What do you feel? Do you feel like you're supposed to be at a different planet, or do you feel like Earth is where you're supposed to be? Do you have any? What is your feelings about yourself?
That's interesting. I was thinking about that actually the other day. Actually, today when Dolly was talking about it, I started thinking straight away. What does people make people say that they've been Asian fighter, before,
Right.
or whatever, because it does relate to jobs as well, right? To It's not only race and
Right. I mean,
location; it's also jobs and things like that.
I watched the show the other day, and there was there's three people on it, and one of the ladies was she realized she was from Atlantis, and the other lady realized she was from Mu or Lamar. What's the name?
Lemuria.
Lemuria. And I know a little bit about both of them. Atlantis, I believe, is most of where the Maldex came from. They originally went from Maldex to Mars, and then Mars lost its atmosphere, and so then they ended up going to Atlantis. But it's interesting because and Lemuria is more your natural Earth. So if you relate with the Lemuria, more than likely you're more natural of Earth because that was more the natural Earth beings that was in Lemuria compared to Atlantis. But people are starting to figure out where their home is, and I think it's fascinating because they talk about the rapture and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm wondering if people are going to be going to their planets.
Yeah, what
And
I'm
stuff.
seeing
It's
is
interesting.
what I'm seeing is those galact what do you call them? But the
The Galactic Federation.
Galactic Federation. Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
The Galactic Federation, the ones with all the galaxies and stuff like that, all the planets, they'll come to you. If you are from their planet, they'll come to you, is what I see. You individually. So for some people, they might feel like they're targeted. Of course, keep your, shutters closed or something like that. Keep yourself a little closed, keep your protection around. But also for those that has this inside them, open them up, check out what they are, see who they are for who they are, and keep your protections with the ones that you do know. Keep them beside your side, like God or Jesus or Yahweh. Your person that you have trust with, that you work with, and they trust you and you trust them. Work with that person, that spiritual being, Archangel Michael for some. I hear that now.
Right.
Talk to them and see if these aliens are the right ones for you.
Right.
Because they will come to you, but there's also bad intended aliens as well, right? And aliens is anything that you don't know or have a relation with.
Right.
That's an alien.
Yeah. And then let me put in a little point on what you said was, and this is really important. Don't judge something by its looks. Judge it by its energy. You see a guy and you walk in the store and there's this guy. You feel his energy, right? Don't look at him and say, well, he's poor and he's, I don't like him because he's got, he's poor and he doesn't look right. Don't, I'm sure that John P. and most of his people are really good people because they wouldn't be, John's got great energy and that's why we're all here because we love John because he's got positive energy. But that's important and it's a hard one to learn. If you see a Bigfoot in the woods, it's big, and he might look like a monster. But you got to remember, don't judge things by their looks. Feel their energy. Trust your spiritual self. Trust yourself, and say, I don't feel a negative. Just like you would with people. So, I mean, that's a hard one to learn. Matthew ran away from an octopus that used to be his old buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to learn not
Used to
to,
be my
not to
tag along.
judge, but feel the energy, you know, just like you do with people. You can feel whether something, a dog man, you can feel if they've got bad energy, then you know that I don't want anything to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you do people. Same thing.
Same thing.
A person doesn't feel right. But the main thing is, as we see more and more cryptids and ETs and all that, be open minded to it. You know.
See, Mother Gaia opened up to me, so I figured I came from probably Mother Gaia herself. You know, some other people might not have a connection with the woods at all. Like I've seen some people that they got no natural abilities in the woods. Funny, but it's true for some people.
We're getting behind on the chat.
Oh,
so
okay,
let's get back on the chat.
You're good.
Okay, so we'll get
You can
back
keep
on,
talking.
Go back to the chat.
Yeah.
I say, Force Friend, I wonder if I'm from Earth, Gaia. I've always wanted to be a tree placed under death, after death, after death. Not sure if that counts. Yeah, you're Force Friend. That you're kind of. I feel like I am. That Earth is my love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've thought about it, and I'm like, it's hot. I'm sweaty. There's bugs, but I love Earth.
But I still feel good.
I love Earth because it's the energy here, and I don't. And to me, I'm the same way you are, Force Fan. I feel like I could lay down on the fields. I could lay down on the Earth. It's just where that's where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I think you're a lot like us. And like I said, everyone's got their own calling, and they might be calling to another planet.
That's why many people
As
might
crazy as it
choose the
is.
city. That's why many people might choose the city because they possibly wasn't from Earth originally. They probably got moved from the other galactic areas and moved here, or moved from Mars, or moved from Maldak. We are all one within planets, are actually multiple different realms, still a part of Earth. Earth, heart of universe. Other realms, branches of different evolution of ascension,
Right.
angel wings.
Right. And she's, she's reflecting what I've heard too, is that Earth is the source of all life. And I think that's kind of what she's saying. And that might be true. I wonder the same thing.
I do. Yeah.
Gaia is the only planet I know of that eats things. You throw a dead body on the ground, the guy eats it. And Earth is the only planet I believe that's alive, living, producing, giving birth planet.
I still see there was one reading I did, and another guy that showed me everything she creates has a light. Everything she creates. This table got a light. It's made out of stone, but it got some light within. Everything, this leather pouch that Barrack Law made for Dad, it got a light of its own. It used to have been a cow. It used to have been an animal. It used to have been a living thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the essence still around. And the light is still here to prove itself today.
Yeah.
Light is truth of what was and what is and still is.
That's another story.
Different light spectrum.
That brings up another story about the light. Adam and Eve. This is one of the stories we kind of got about Adam and Eve eating their own fruit. See, there was a fruit that was brought here, and the way it works is if they bring a plant here from Mars, what you have to do is you plant it, and then you let the fruit fall to the ground the first time. And what's going to happen is Mother Earth is going to transmute it. And then when she gets through with it, she will put her love into it, which is her light. And then us light beings, which is everything that comes from this planet, can take it. And in that case, I think they ate from it before it had been given life. And then you end up with an ET DNA that's not of this planet. Kind of messes you up. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's kind of the same. Kind of makes that proves that.
That's actually interesting. Bring that up. Yeah. So let's say the tree was from Moldak, the seed was from Moldak, and Adam and Eve came onto Earth. The Father came onto Earth of Adam and Eve, and the Father plants a seed to get it to grow, and that'll be their only food source they have to eat. That would be native for them to be able to digest. So they grow up, and then the kids took from the fruit before it was the finished harvest. before they can start grabbing. And that's everything you just said, but I mean, that's just interesting how that even could tie it in.
All right.
Guys, you know what
Try to catch
you
up
just
on chat.
reminded me?
What is it?
I
I
just
got
watched a few days ago.
Trust your feelings. Love Mother Earth.
Yeah, most definitely.
What does the guy say about Forrest Fan? The guy got anything to say?
One of my girls.
One of my
One
girls?
of my girls.
There you go, Forrest
She's one of
Fan.
my girls. Okay.
That's what-
There it
I
is.
wanted to get your message.
There it is.
One of my girls.
One of my girls.
There you go. For that means you're like us. You are
Oh, okay.
you are from this planet. So you're one of guys. God knows you. You're one of her girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Guys, I have a question quickly.
Go ahead.
This
What
is
do you got?
relating to something I've just seen a few days ago on Carlos Skywatcher. You know that Mexican Skywatcher I usually do some shows on.
You do what you want.
So we caught a rod. We've talked about the rods before.
Yeah.
It's that strand with the little helix around.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing that show, and a friend of mine, um, he's called Human Data. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I think it's a man. His name is Human Data, and I've met him on the Skywatchers channels like Super Dave, um, Seven Spalding, uh, many of them. But he does also like Carlos Skywatcher, Mexico, and he was telling me that they caught image of a rod passing through a human body. So
Yeah.
the rods, they are only energetic. They are not solid beings. They are like energy, and they're not seen with the naked eye.
I believe that. I've seen
Right?
them fly through.
What can you say about that?
Yeah, I've seen them go through. I've seen them go through walls because I've had them come into my. I have a camera in the garage, and they'll fly through the garage. So they go through walls, like the walls around there. So yeah, they are able to.
They are interdimensional, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could probably ask Scott if they are any kind of device that they use. Maybe they are controlled by someone, or they may just be loose energy which flies around at night, or during the day as well.
That's what I think it is. It's a direct energy of someone or something, as in like a past one or something like that. That just moving on to the direction they're going. Like what you see in your head is place A to place B, but what they see is the travel of the travel to get there.
And they do long travels. I've watched them go across the fields, cow field, coming, and then zoom. So they are very much focused. They're not like bugs.
Yeah.
They're actually focusing. They're going somewhere. So they do know where
They're going some distance, right?
Yes, they do know where they're going.
They kind of remind me of dragonflies, but dragonflies
Yeah,
they glide.
the movement.
Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that or not. They glide.
Yeah, dragonflies have the essence of a dragon. So if you think dragons are mean, wrong.
Yeah.
Dragons are feathers.
They're curious.
Feathers and furs. If they've got scales, and some do, like the Rocky Mountain dragon, she does, but that's not their full makeup. Is mostly feathers and scales.
Yeah.
They
The originals was feathers and scales,
Right.
and the Rocky Mountain had some scales to her, so she was
so
later on.
had some of that blood in her.
Yeah. But she was still a good one.
You want to read this question?
Okay, Angel Wings. Infiltration of AI interface corrupting the evolution process. Why the sun is cleansing the earth right now, using the power of the sun through higher frequency beings within human form, removing it all.
That's what I love about her. She's always confirming things. The sun
Yeah.
is the. I'm
Oh, the
the,
sun is the blind warrior.
the blind warrior. The sun shoots his bow. He's an archer, and and he shoots it blindly because he can't see, and it goes out. Now it might go out, but it comes back. That's why you got the sun. You got the maximum and the minimum. It's based on how many arrows he has, and they shoots them out, and they come back. And at times he has a lot, he shoots a lot. Right now we're going into a maximum, and he's shooting a lot of arrows. Now we were talking this morning, and I was telling Matt and Tina that not only, or last night I was telling them that not only is he the blind warrior, but what else is he? The opposite of warrior.
Oh, he's the lover.
He's the
blind
blind lover.
Love.
He puts out his love on all directions. The sun does, not just to Earth, but everywhere. Right? He puts out his energy everywhere. So he's also the blind lover. I mean, that's what I call him because he does. He doesn't care. He puts light on all plants. When you eat an apple or you eat something, that comes from his blind love because he has sent light to that.
Now, if you look at the solar waves off the sun, it literally
It's a
looks
bow.
like a bow
It's a bow.
with a center shoot.
Yep. And then he shoots arrows.
Yeah.
It's the song is by
Oh,
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
Battle of Evermore.
Yeah.
Battle of Evermore is the song about that. It tells you in the beginning of the song that
Oh, nice one.
yes, that song is a reading by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
That song is a reading by Led Zeppelin. That is not a song they wrote. They
Yeah,
sat
Robert
down.
Plant or something.
Robert Plant. Well, Matt was reading them the other day. That's how we got this information. That was the first time he played that instrument.
Madeline.
Yeah, that was
Madeline.
the first time. And when he picked it up, he just started playing. And so the guy beside him, I don't know the two names, but anyway, the Led Zeppelins. That song was a reading, and it came
Tommy
from
Page.
Came from Mother Gaia.
a guy or a scorpion.
Scorpion King. Okay.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Right?
They were both
Oh, nice one.
it was Scorpion King's song, though.
But yeah,
Mother Gaia gave it to her.
look at the lyrics for that song, and it tells you that she laid down. That Mother Gaia, she bowed. She there was a time when she bowed, which means Earth laid down her energy because she was sad. And that when she does that, he's the blind warrior. He just lets them go.
He doesn't see where
And,
he
and that song is
Because
about
it needs
bring it
justice.
back, bring it back. Don't forget, you gotta. If you don't love and take care of our Mother Earth, that she gets, she can get sad, and when she gets sad, and her energy comes
we
in,
get affected.
and then we can get shocked,
Mhm.
and then we have basically
Aches and pains and more
yeah,
cramping,
all of
whatever it might be.
that. But we're definitely in a solar maximum right now.
Like what Angel wrote.
Yeah, the sun. I went 2 times to the beach, and I was like, I didn't want to go back. Like
Yes.
after like 2 or 3 days, I said I don't want to go back. But actually, it was like 1 month apart. If the sun comes back like one of those abnormal weeks with very hot, we may go again to the beach. Just me and my wife when my kids are back to school.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
we didn't go anywhere because we couldn't go anywhere really this year. We had to stay. We have to stay here near where the hospital is close, in case we need it.
Yeah, we don't go far. We just if we go anywhere, we live in the woods, so where will we go? We camp all the time. So we're gonna go camping. We live in the woods. We don't really know why we would go anywhere. So we can go and we can go. I can walk.
We go where they're near some river, some streams.
We can go to Disneyland or something.
Oh, Lord. I've never been.
No.
I've been there. I've been to America's Disneyland in Florida, actually, guys.
Beat me to that.
I've only been once in America when I was like 15.
That's
Actually,
cool.
no, 16. 16.
Ghost
And it was
Ghost
to go to Disneyland. So I stayed in Florida for, I don't know, maybe a week, I think. But I was young. I didn't go out at night alone. We were able to buy some cigarettes because my brother, he was like 17,
Yeah.
almost 18.
Bye, folks.
And the guy said, "Oh, don't tell anyone you bought them here."
Don't know where I got it from.
Yeah, we bought some camels, so it was good. It was really strong at the time, you know. It
Right.
was like smoking something else now, you know. We get dizzy and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Disney, right? Yeah. Well, Disney's got the whole program about making turn us against dragons and turn us,
Yeah,
their
kings
whole
and
program is to teach your kids to be princes. So therefore, it's okay for them to be royal and they can be above each other. So, but Disney's doing a lot of bad stuff to people's kids.
Yes, I know. I know.
Bad
I
stuff.
know that there's some things that I'm not happy at all with them. Um,
Yeah, let alone
but
boy.
either way, it's I don't as long as they don't go like criminal, you know,
They are criminal.
They were
they
crazy.
are going criminal, right? But so they gotta get caught. That's
Yeah.
what I think, really, you know.
Let me say something to Ghostler. Ghostler said, stranger than strange things out there. The way I like to say that, Ghostler, is the truth is stranger than fiction. You've probably heard that, but never meant anything. But yeah, the truth is stranger than fiction. The things that we are seeing now is way beyond fiction. It's almost, what's the word for it? It's almost fantasy. The stuff that we know is taken, it's hard to get, it's a lot harder to get with the truth because you really have to change a lot of your perspectives. It's a lot of work, been a lot of work for us to move away from the perspectives that society had kind of put into us,
Yeah.
And Angel Weiss says that's why he's talking about the sun. That's why he's blind 100%. So he doesn't use false judgment. So his arrows always hit true. And now that's true. He stays, and where God's at's like right in the middle. God's like,
Between good and
yeah, God doesn't judge. He's just in the middle. He's a scale. I like to see it. When you look at a scale, you got a scale. There's God. God's in the middle. God's the truth. God's the balance, right? God doesn't.
Exactly.
He's not left or right. Look, sometimes I see a scale and it actually look like a person standing there holding it, and that's where in our own mind we're supposed to come to. We're supposed to go to the dark and we're supposed to go in the light, but we need to be in the middle.
And they put Jesus on the
Non-judging.
scale.
Yeah, they put Jesus on the scale in a way, didn't they?
Yeah. Right. Something interesting about that. Oh, angel wings. Same as lightning. Only hits evil. If I hits a person, it was removing bad energy. Some humans are attachments. Some very bad are now getting removed, healed, or exterminated.
Yeah. See, Angel, she's a serious light worker.
Yeah.
One thing I like about her, I really hope that, I know that Chloe is now knows who Angel is and vice versa. Chloe does a lot of healing of like oceans and I mean she does places, right? And you got I mean you're good at the visualizations to see these things and clean these things. And that's exciting that more and more people that have that ability to heal are working together. Because I'm just kind of like I'm not I don't have the my DNA is not what you guys are at all. So I'm glad to see you guys coming together, team in the team, more and more people teaming together now, working together.
getting to the truth. You know, it takes two to get to the truth.
Mhm.
You know, so that's always good. Yeah, she works a lot. Chloe cleared out Hawaii whenever they had that fires out there,
Yeah.
and the wells are
Oh
having
my
some
God.
issues. So she's just hearing out the issues of the world, you know, and she goes to those areas. What her God or her helpers, I guess you call it, her guides, you know, it's just
Guides.
sends her to places and gives her a feel of where she needs to start going. Following the spirit, you know, same thing that Bigfoot always told me. You know,
Yeah.
Scott always told me. Follow
Yeah.
your spirit.
Cleaning up the ley
Trust.
lines.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing here. We didn't really come in here to talk with you, no agenda,
No one did
because I kind of like rather follow spirit. Let's just see if we, let's talk about whatever's on people's minds and keep it open. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
ideas will flow, like questions will flow. I'm actually just thinking of something to ask as well, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, it's okay.
Have you read this message? Yeah. Yeah, you've read this one. Let's see if there's anyone else. Oh no, there's not.
I think we might find
Either way, can I show? Can I show the video you sent me?
Yeah, sure, show that. That's which one you want to talk about, Matt? Matt sees something he wants to talk about.
Andrew, he said there are lots of laws on the books to control the human spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a book, you're just being told what the person said. You know, the person just writes it down. Who knows what he actually learned in that experience?
Well, he says there's lots of laws on the books, and right, Andrew. I mean, the laws is keeping us all from being human. We can't go out without. You have to have a license, a permit, and you have to be inspected. And you can't. Humans have been shut down by over government, and yeah, definitely agree with you on that.
And the
Too
Bible's
too
been
much too much
rewritten
government
too.
right now that we humans are are completely under control. Humans are not, can't do anything without a permit or permission. So tell the truth. Okay.
Man,
You want to
Okay, I'm ready, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
that's it.
That video is just a audio that we shot we took last weekend, just so you can see how.
Okay, so this video is quite big. Where do I have to go? Do I have to go to the end?
Now I gave you the link right to the part where it plays the sound part.
We feel like cramping.
Wait a second. Okay, wait a second. I did something. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it this way. It's easier.
Okay.
Okay.
Angel's saying that she got the connection to Wells too. Yeah, I got well connection to mine too.
Oh, there's no sound here. It's minute 26. Okay.
Yeah, we got what's like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I love it. I love getting this stuff.
Oh,
Okay, let's go, guys.
the video before or the audio before, it's all been
We hear
lots
it.
of crickets noises. But so here you go, actual visual and audio of what happens when something in the wood howls. Here we go.
You can see the part where the crickets are. Here in a minute, something will howl and it's going to go quiet. And you're seeing the visual of something howls in the wood. Now we don't know what it was that howled. I don't think it was coyotes that turned off the crickets. But we need recorders recording on that one.
Oh, that's crazy.
right? Um, yeah, you can see how it turns off the crickets. Put a link in there for anybody who wants to hear it later, on a different tab or whatever.
Stubs there. Bench.
And that's just directly to that point.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but you can see the crickets all go quiet when something, whatever it is, a howl. We don't know what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Could be Bigfoot, could be Dogman, could be, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
That much.
there was a little time that it sounded like they were communicating with each other. So it could. Is there a coyotes area there? Are there coyotes sometimes?
Yeah, there's coyotes, but
And
I know.
remember, they all travel together sometimes. They
Yeah, I don't.
respond to each other.
Yeah, I don't think the
That's what
coyotes
I
will
mean.
make crickets go quiet. Right. Right. That's the point. Is all the crickets went quiet. You notice it. This is a forest. We're in the middle of the national forest, a huge national forest, and everything went quiet because of that howl. And then you can look at it, and you can see where they started to sound. They all started coming back closer towards the end of the video. You'll see that they all started going back to doing their
Crickety
crickety
things.
things. But that's a visual that a lot of people, that will kind of show you that there's something bigger going on with that out there. The shut down crickets. I don't think crickets shut down for coyotes. Not here.
Yeah, there must be like some defense mechanism because the crickets, the sound is what really gives them away. So I think they have to shut up if they want to survive. So it must be like a danger sign, or they receive a message from something, or they just hear it really and they just scared of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't think a cricket's afraid of a dog. Barking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I do like the mantis. I did have a friend that posted a photo of a mantis, and the way that it looks back to the camera, it's so photogenic, incredible.
So the mantis, Angel might know, and Matt might know. I'm thinking they were from Mars. Right.
Yeah, mainly from those
One time.
from us.
The thing is asking us if
Sorry.
she should put some CBD. I don't know, the kitty cat out there?
I think I heard her wrong.
Yeah, 3 drops. She's going to go feed the kitty. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the mantis, I'm thinking, so that's 3. It's not 6. That's
Oh,
perfect.
it's three.
Well, see, Mars lost its atmosphere. The people of Maldek went to Mars, and then Mars, an asteroid went by real close and pulled off their atmosphere, and they lost their atmosphere.
Yeah.
So then they had to move to Earth, and so that's where Atlantis came from.
Yeah, they landed a lot on Atlantis and Australia.
But the Mantis people, beings, you're talking about ant people,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. And also your mantis, like the little ones that you see, out in the garden. I mean, they've got that kind of abilities and stuff, don't they? Have you ever talked to them? We're gonna find one.
The Scorpion King's the only one I talk to.
Right, he's kind of a mantis-like.
Yeah, he's like a mantis-like, but he's a spy from God, so he's not really a Mars creature. From I feel like it's another Gaia's creature. Another Gaia's beasts, right? That's what the Bible classifies him as, and others. So
Beast,
yeah, he's a.
The Bible does a lot to scare us.
Yeah,
the Bible's really a scare book.
The way I see the beast as being is created by Gaia. Anything with life, animals and the critters and the creatures that roam upon the earth. All of them are created by Gaia. They're all lifted up. They all have a choice of being light beings, as in people that are want to come into the light and doesn't want to stay in the darkness, as in like doing dirty deeds in the darkness. But
Andrew says, whenever I go fishing, dolphins and whales visit me often. The dolphins love to make eye contact. Right? Well, that's what I'm saying. If you love nature and you have
Oh, nice one.
you need a pet octopus.
Yeah, you need a pet octopus, Andrew.
They go around the octopus. I know. If I can get that message out to everybody that's on them boats, get yourself a pet octopus.
I used to have pet scorpions, and then I married a Scorpio.
At least he knows how to handle stuff.
I love scorpions. I love
That's good.
scorpions. I thought they were the coolest pets I've ever had. I'm kind of weird that way.
Oh, I'm your pet now. Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed you a cricket.
That's okay.
Your sting is not fatal. It's
No,
it's
just
just it just hurts.
Angel Wing says mantis being around too. They are more neutral, but help
with energy. Help with energy.
mantis being around. They are more neutral, but help with energy. Very interesting. They are the most patient bug you've ever seen. You ever seen a praying mantis? They're really chill.
Yeah.
Right. They're real chill, which is probably good.
Mm-hmm.
The dragonflies, they're the coolest, but they don't chill. They're like, phew,
At least ours, they're gone. They got places to go.
right.
They got somewhere they need to go.
But
They
yeah,
stop for a few seconds.
so that's
they
neat. I mean, a mantis, and I guarantee you, this is my opinion, like the mantis, the praying mantis, that's probably the essence of the mantis and the mantis people. Kind of like the dragonfly has the essence of the dragon. So you can kind of see it. We can physically see what these creatures are about by looking at the insect type. Probably just a nice thing God done for us. Mhm.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Um,
And
have you read the question about the mantis 5 feet tall?
oh no,
Where's that at?
You
So
can
they're
maybe
about
ask that.
Oh, there he is. Okay,
What
so
are the beings
they are about 5
that
foot
look?
tall. Being it looks like small mantis, grasshoppers, or crickets. What are the beings that look like small mantises, grasshoppers, or crickets? Now,
Five
see,
feet tall.
I would say now Angel's daughter has got connection to the insects. So she probably could, she probably knows. You have to really find the people that know certain things because everyone has.
Yeah, those are the ones that are from Mars. That are 5 foot tall, but they're like the insect looking like things. Yeah, they're from Mars. Those ones are the type are from Mars, from what I feel. That's what I see. That's what I'm feeling through Scorpion.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
those ones
I think
are.
I think there are images from Mars where those beings are shown on the distance. Did you know that?
Mhm.
I think there is one. I think
Yes.
So your
he's like
Scorpion
crouched down.
Okay. And if Andrew has seen those, I would be thinking you might have some kind of relationship to them.
Yeah.
DNA. I don't know what you feel, Andrew. Do you feel like you are you know, are you all Earth DNA, or do you have some star DNA? Because that's what I'm seeing is people are making connections. The ETs are kind of like, coming to people and kind of waking them up on who they are. And at this time, because there may be a time that we need to go to different planets, and stuff in the future. But since if you're seeing a mantis, the main thing is don't judge them for their looks, like you do. A lot of people look at a bug and they go, "Oh, smush it."
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't judge.
Yeah,
anything
not
by-
anymore.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
anymore.
I like
Not
I
anymore.
like use glasses to take the little bees and the little wasps.
Yeah. Because I mean,
It doesn't
you
work always, but then I open the window, and they feel the air currents, and as soon as they get the air current, they go like straight away. It's incredible.
well, that and you
Sometimes they
want
get in my kitchen.
right. Well, you want to be friendly to all of nature because those things will come back and help you. They'll help you in your garden. You want to be nice to spiders because they'll help you. If you're in a house, take them outside and say, please don't come in the house, but thank you, and put them out. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. You know, Being good to nature just returns back to you. I mean, you should help the bees. You should help them, because they will. I mean, we're finding out. We lost our stuff the other day, and Bigfoot brought it back. So it's good to have friends. It's good to have friends, even insect friends, because they have feelings. That pumpkin, this pumpkin, he fell on the ground and he was like, I've fallen and I can't get up.
I was hearing that while I was walking up the hill.
Man's walking up the hill, and this pumpkin saying, "Oh, I've fallen, I can't get up." I mean, this pumpkin has feelings. It's just a pumpkin. Yeah.
What's interesting about this pumpkin? It looks like a heart.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you see it? There's the other side.
But we like this pumpkin.
Oh,
We
it's kinda
talk to this
funny.
pumpkin. This pumpkin's in our house, and we pet it and talk to it all the time. I know it's funny, but it's excited. It's friendly.
They told me I'm falling. I can't get up.
Yeah.
I was like, where the heck am I hearing this? It's got to be in my head. And I'm like losing it because it's just like one of those songs lyrics that's in my head. One of those things, right? It ain't song lyric, but still, it's like falling, couldn't get up. Looked around. There's a pumpkin on the ground. I got him. I'm like, holy crap! Well, let me save you, little feller.
Let's say, and we bring them in the house, and our house will be full of pumpkins. So we're gonna have all kinds of guests in our house.
Yeah.
We're gonna have pumpkins, and we've got all kinds, and they will be here all winter. And you can pick them up and talk to them and stuff. I can't talk to them. I can hear them. I can tell you what they think or what they say. Most of them have a good sense of humor, and they're really funny. So it's really fun. And we're crazy people that we talk to.
Well, what else you gonna do in the woods?
Yeah, what
No.
else you gonna do in the woods?
Right? That's funny. That's funny, true.
There's one. You want to read Bobby Smith?
Yeah, I'll read. My fifth or sixth great grandfather was a Native American chief. I was told when I go hiking, he walks in front of me and my older son. Can Dogman and Bigfoot see that? Because I have 7 Bigfoots that hide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I have a very strong Indian relative that stays with us, don't they?
Yep.
And guides us, protects us. What do you think about her? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can Dogman and Bigfoot see that? Of course, yeah, they can see.
No, I was already. I never noticed that part. I was already trying to tell you what the
Go ahead.
correlation between your American chief grandfather and the Bigfoot, because he had a correlation with Bigfoot. Those two were already together. That was prior to the white man coming off the ships type of deal. Their area, what they knew of white skinned people. They worked with the Bigfoots, and the Bigfoots was working with them too. And that was that time period. Give you an idea of what you're dealing with.
Okay.
That's interesting.
That's her grandfather.
Great grandfather. That makes sense.
Great,
At the time,
grandfather.
5th or 6th great grandfather.
Does he have anything he'd like to
Yeah,
say
that
to
makes sense.
Robin?
That's way on by. Yeah, that's right on time. Huh?
Does he have anything you want to say to Robin? Our great grandfather.
You're well protected.
He says well protected.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, that's what he said.
Well protected.
You're well protected.
Right.
That's how he said it. So what I said is how he said it.
So no fear.
No fear. You're well protected. And she says, "Can Dogman Bigfoot see that? Because I have 7 Bigfoots that hide."
Yeah.
Are they hiding?
The family, they mind their business.
They're fine. Yeah. And there you go.
You might think they're hiding, but they're really just
have
doing their own
family.
things.
When you go out and go to public, you don't really, you got your kids with you. You don't really want to like meet some other family, right? And that's the way they are. It's kind of complicated because we're thinking that Bigfoots will want to see us. They want to meet us. I'm like,
We
Not if they got their own family.
we
Why?
gotta focus
If
on
I
the
I
family.
got my I might if I go to a amusement park and I got my kids and there's another family that got their kids, I don't really have any interest in their family because I got my own kids. And that's the thing is a lot of people confuse it. Like you said, you think they're hiding. They're not hiding. And if you want to say hi to them, they're cool with that. You know, put
Mhm.
out some apples and say, hey. They're like, hey, and all that's saying is, hey, I appreciate you. I see you. You're in the woods, and so am I. And thank you. And you're passing neighbors. You're passing someone at the music park. You know, they got kids. You smile. You wave at them. You laugh at their little kids, just like they laugh at your little kids. But
Mhm.
that's good. And that's our Bigfoots, for
Yeah.
example, they're night people because they don't like freaking out people during the day.
Yeah.
So that help you kind of understand why it seems like Bigfoots are hiding. They're not hiding. They don't
But no, they
need.
prefer the light. No, they prefer the night. They just prefer it because you got to think about it in their perspective. They got hair all the time. They like that cold weather. They don't like
care
that
for the
hot
sun.
weather.
They don't care.
You
for
might
the
see them
sun.
more active in the winter time during the day than you will see them in the summertime during the day. So you got to know they like the coldness. They like because they're built for it. They're built for the cold. They can endure the Arctic colds. I mean, Scott here, he's saying maybe not that far cold for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
For
Scott,
him,
Scott,
besides a
Scott,
Yeti, a
see,
Yeti can do
and Scott's a
Yeah.
hillbilly like that.
it. Yeah, he's like that's a
Scott,
little cold.
yeah. He's
That's
been up
funny.
to. He did go. George did take him through Russia, and he did see a Yeti. So he has been there. He's been to Australia. Scott has
Mhm.
been around. Bigfoots do travel and get around.
Yeah,
I think they
most of
don't
the time
travel. They travel. They go places.
they would
They
when they
do.
get the opportunity.
But
They will.
he's a Tennessee hillbilly. He's like us. He likes it around here. And I'm glad because we like him and his
Yeah.
family and his family and them. They're around here. They like
He likes the Kentucky tobacco as well.
it. Yeah,
That's it.
exactly right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that was for his birthday. We were like, "What do you want for
Oh
your
yeah.
birthday?" We're trying to be, we're wanting to get Bigfoot. I don't know,
I
cake
guess.
or something, right?
Since I could talk to him, let's see what he
But,
would actually want.
What he really wanted was basically bless the land because they fill the land. So we went and burnt tobacco, and but they really want you to. It's back to Gaia. It's back to take care of Mother Nature. Mother Nature is your mother. She takes care of you. Every one of us came from this earth. Everything we eat, we come from this earth. So you know, that's that's what he wanted for his birthday, and so it ain't like a lot of people think Bigfoots want something, peanut butter or something. They really just want you. They really want you to be good to the land because it's their land. It's like being good to their house. It's like if you go out in the woods and you litter and stuff, you're throwing trash in their yard. That's not cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're really just like, hey, just do me a favor and be good.
Yeah.
Be good to our pets. Don't
Be
shoot at
good
our.
to your own family
Be
too.
good to the animals. If you harvest a deer or squirrel, then be good about how you do it and give thanks. Right? I think that's probably
Give appreciation where
Yeah.
it's give credit due where credit's deserved. Back to Mother Gaia, back to the animal, back to
pretty good. We're ready to catch up on chat again.
back. Okay.
Okay, Matt.
I remember Andrew. I remember seeing a being through a fog. It took me years to get a clear enough image of it to know it was an insect being that looked like a cricket or reddish brown mantis.
Interesting.
Yeah, you want to talk to Chloe. For some
Chloe.
reason, I feel a direct
Yeah.
energy to Chloe. She'll Chloe Aerial Sessions.
Yeah, because she has talked
That's
to
her
the
YouTube
mantis
channel.
people, and she knows the mantis people.
I see
I'll
that.
get
but I
I'll
think
get her
maybe she
channel.
could answer
Yeah.
I think she can answer your question on that.
Yeah.
Or you can go on to her Facebook. You can.
Yeah, you can find
Somebody.
Chloe on Facebook. But yeah, she talks to.
Jamie might be able to help, but I don't know if she's new
If
on
she
the.
knows. I know
think she
Jamie's
is.
daughter's into knows
Insects.
insects.
So that's
Hello,
that's-
Lake
that's-
Superior.
Nothing superior.
Lake Superior.
Oh, Lake Superior.
Lake
Oh,
Superior,
Lake
sister.
she's superior. Heck
You know
yeah.
her, right? Of course.
Yeah.
I've seen her in the chats before.
Yeah.
All right. So what we got next? You got another comment?
Okay, we have some questions. Maybe. Wait a second.
Okay.
We had that one. Now we have one from Angel Wings.
Give her a mic. My mic is dead. Yeah, we're growing up another one. There we go. Charge this in.
All right.
Yeah, let me make sure it's okay. Just plug it up another mic. Should go. There you go.
All right. Test. Is this mic work?
Check, check.
Jumpy.
Yeah,
Mic working?
Is this mic working?
yeah, it's working fine, brother.
Cool. Just want to make sure. All right.
I
We're all
thought
good.
you were talking to Angel Wings. Sorry, because we were reading comments. Sorry.
Oh, I agree. My mic died on me. So, okay, we're back in black. Okay. AC/DC is my favorite. Okay. Angel
I didn't
Wings.
notice it, but
That's fine. That's good. That's why Matt spaces out too. Many beings talking to us at once. Think that's why last night I had to purge out a lot of negative thoughts accumulating from multiple people to keep it clear. That's interesting. He says that because we didn't talk to it today. So
Yeah.
last night
It was a rough night for all of us.
it was a very rough
Yeah.
night, and I literally felt like I dropped a weight somewhere. Like I
Well,
like not that I came accumulated. It's just like there was a lot of energies all around or something like that. And I just like grabbed a trash bag, like a black trash bag that just contained all these floaties all over the place. I don't know what it was, and then I just like tied a knot, sat down on it, sat down on this trash bag, and let Mother Earth eat it. Just like should have just taken in that black void. I was just sitting on it, like, what am I supposed to do? Just like looking around. That's why this was my dream. This is what I was saying. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like agitated that I had to do this, and I'm trying to sleep. That's always been my problem. While I'm sleeping, I'm like, I like to sleep. I don't like to
yeah, we
be woken up.
we just met Angel, I don't know, a couple months. And so
Yeah.
just getting to know her and then her dragons and then our dragons know her dragons and then Matthew's octopus visiting her and then I'm sure our Bigfoots are coming back and forth. It's kind of amazing. And then as they connect to us and we connect to them, I'm sure they'll go to Chloe's and then she'll meet Chloe's dragons and her dragons will meet Chloe. And it goes on and on and on. It's really cool. And
Yeah.
the Scorpion King has been teaching things and learning things and teaching things. All the spirits are working with each other to learn and teach.
Yeah,
Right?
both sides of
And
different
that's all.
plans is what you could call it.
Question.
That's awesome.
All right, here we go.
Andrew, do Bigfoots have a summer coat and a winter coat? Yes. I see it as the same as animals. Yes, they do shed. But I think it's a more, it's like our hair from what I'm seeing. It's just natural. Your hair grows to a certain extent, and then it dies, and you got another one that grows a certain extent, and then it dies, so it falls out, and another one grows in that same spot. It's just a rebirthing growth. That's what I'm saying is how they're, but without being cut. That's how it's supposed to naturally grow, just to keep on continuous like that.
Yeah, and Andrew, on that question, we know our group here, they have a spot. We had some poachers coming in this area, and so our family, the Bigfoots, moved to another area, but they know where they can see the caves and stuff, and so they have like a big rock that they put over their holes, and so they live very comfortable. In the wintertime, they're like bears.
Yeah.
They go down. They got their deers, and they're forest farmers, so they have their own deers, and they harvest their own deers, turkeys, and so during the wintertime,
Mushrooms.
they're usually very comfortable. We've talked to them plenty of times in the wintertime, and they're like, they got their feet up, they're down underground, enjoying life, with the kids. So they live in caves. A lot of them do because there's no heat or air, no electricity needed. It's quiet, beautiful place.
Yeah.
There you go. You get the next question.
Yeah. Lake Superior. Yes, honor this place for what it does.
Yes.
Yes.
Nature lover.
That's right.
You got that right. That's so important. I'm watching people.
There you go.
I'm watching people love nature, and then nature's starting to bring things to them.
Yeah.
It does. You start loving nature, you'll start having dragonflies. You'll start having all kinds of stuff come to you.
Yeah.
Appreciation of Gaia, and it all comes. Cool.
the spot that I go on the woods, I think it's in October. that it starts the dragonflies, but I'm not sure.
Right.
I remember going there and seeing like so many guys. It's amazing. And especially if we go alone, because we hear everything and we feel the wind, the silence, nature. So I love it, guys.
Hey, face of Ace showed up. Hey, face. Woo! Teacher
Face, my brother. Oh, and we got Mir as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
man, it's coming. Awesome. Woo!
Shangy girl, teacher.
But see, dragonflies have two sets of wings. You know why, John? Because that other set of wings is they carry spirits with them.
Yeah, carries your ancestors on their backs.
Yeah, so they carry the spirit. They can carry spirits with them.
Beautiful.
Well, they got two sets of wings.
That's where they got the extra
Look,
set.
I wanted to make a question. This is to a friend of mine here from YouTube, and I wanted you to talk a little bit of your experience on the fairies and the small entities of the forest.
The elves.
Uh, yeah,
Elementals.
whatever you can elaborate. It's a general question, but tell us your experiences and maybe what Scott talks about them.
Let me tell you some things I know, and then we'll see what back to in. I know the. I want to say that I try to think. I try to say this jokingly because, like the elves, they were made in Atlantic, but they were too small, so they were like useless. It's kind of funny, but it's not funny. But they're not. They're very important because they do. If you have elves around your home and stuff, if you're friends with them, if you're not mean, they'll help you out. They'll probably help you with raccoons. What about gremlins? What's that about gremlins?
Oh yeah, gremlins. That's it.
What about
Yeah,
gremlins?
gremlins are cool.
What do you think about gremlins?
Gremlins are like humanoids like us, but small. Like I'm talking about the wild ones.
Tell
Like
them
the
about
wild us.
Tell them about Chiros.
Chiros, she got a gremlin that rides on the back of a fox.
Yeah,
Like he's a
like
night
little
rider.
cowboy, man. He's cool.
Night rider.
Night
he wants to be
rider.
called Night Rider.
He wants to be called Night Rider.
Yeah, now because all right, Jane, I'm talking to him, even though you're not in the chat.
Yeah, he's talking to him. Right?
Talking to him.
But he rides.
wants
He's
to
a
be called
gremlin.
Night
It's
Rider.
kind of like a gremlin, and he rides a fox.
Yeah, fox.
Yeah,
And he's the one that howls.
yeah, he was the one that
He's
was
the one
howling.
that
And
howls. He rides it like a horse.
yeah, it sounds like a coyote in the video, the recording I heard from it. It sounded like a coyote type of deal, but that was him. And she was saying that little yip yap sound was the fox. I'm like, holy crap, that sucker's loud. That gremlin was having a blast.
But see, I mean, a lot of people will be freaked out. But I mean, all these are all Mother Nature creatures, God's creatures. And they've got us all fearing the unknown, and that's got to change.
Yeah.
And I seen we were back on that one. I just saw one where she said there was two dragonflies.
Large, very
Lake.
large.
Lake.
Right?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Lake Superior.
Lake Superior.
Yeah. She was saying that she had two dragonflies show up. Ain't that the coolest thing? We have them come here, and normally you can't photograph them and stuff, but we got photographed the other day, and the two we had little squares on both wings. Coolest thing, and when we're out there going, you're the coolest looking thing, and we're taking pictures. They let you take pictures of them.
Yeah.
When you love on them and you say, man, look at this dragonfly, they'll stay. Let you take pictures.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we love dragonfly, and we haven't ever seen any until this year. Here, we're starting to see them all over, flying around. We saw
This
saw one around
first
your
year.
car.
Yeah, yesterday.
She was at the store.
Yeah,
and
at a store in town, and it was a brown.
it
Just
flew around your car.
yeah, it just was flying around my car,
Flying around your car.
just while I was in the store.
Right, and I had one.
Wow.
What did I have one? We had one that came up and kissed something at that time.
Oh, the roof of your camper when you right before you guys
Yeah,
left.
right before we left, we had a dragonfly fly up on top and kiss our camper top before we left on our trip. Remember that?
It did.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then we
Holy
had
crap.
we're talking about all your elementals and everything. Then we had like the other day. I remember that I had a what I had land on my head, like
They had a
little
butterfly
Oh,
moth
I had
yeah,
a butterfly land on my head right here, right? And I'm looking at Matt going, "Are you serious?"
right on the
Nice.
Yeah. So Matt he pulls out his camera and he's like,
That
"Check
can
him out!"
fly.
And I'm like, "Or what is he doing?" He's like, "I don't know. I think he's like licking your forehead or something." Little butterfly.
Sweat off your head.
But
yeah,
like you
you did
said,
a short on that.
I think that they're short, but
Okay.
that's a
Yeah.
major thing. You're talking about elementals and all these things, you know. I mean, if we're open-hearted, not judging, not fearing, you just start seeing more of them in your life, and that's really, I think it's really exciting for. I know it's exciting for us. Yeah. All right.
We saw something on your camera the other night.
Ninja Dave.
Do you want me to get it?
Ninja Dave. We just John asked earlier if we'd seen you. I told him that you'd come by a few weeks ago, and we talked about you a
Yeah,
little
of
earlier.
course. I always ask about Ninja Dave.
Yeah. Right.
I love my brother Ninja. We all love him.
Well, look, I'll talk. We'll talk about Ninja Dave here in a second.
I wish I would be there to with you guys to when he goes and visits you.
Yeah. Well, he's got.
That
Okay.
would be a good afternoon or good evening.
Yeah.
We
Well,
would
let me tell you.
investigate.
Yeah, I mean, Ninja Dave has. Well, he's hung around with a lot of Bigfoot people, and he's got his own. He's got his own eyes for things. He's hung out with Janice Carter, and he's of course hung out with
Scott Carpenter.
Scott Carpenter, and he's hung out with Wild Man. They're talking about
Turtle Man.
Turtle Man. You know, and he's hung out, and he tells a lot of stories. A lot of things he tells, he's told us. He's not put online, so we're not going to say anything. Some of the story he goes just will blow your mind. But if you go in the woods with him, he's very detail oriented. He sees things I would never see.
Yeah.
So it's
Ground sticks.
he's
Random stuff.
oh, he's got eyes for things that, and he sees things, and he's got a lot of experiences. Because I mean, like I said, he does.
Because he knows
For
what he
some
saw.
reason, I think they all come to him. They kind of like him, and they show themselves to him because he gets to see plenty of cool stuff.
Yeah. He's a ninja for a reason.
Yeah, Ninja Dave.
Big hugs, brother.
I think we had a question.
We should do together, me, you, and Ninja Dave sometime. We can do it on your channel if you want. We don't have to do it on mine. We can do it on yours because I'd love to be on somebody else's show.
Yeah, I should do a lot. We haven't done one. In
That
quite a
would
while.
be a good
We have
excuse.
bad technology. We've got our internet up and going, so we might be able to do stuff. We kind of like we like being like going to other people's channels because we're not really trying to build a channel or anything. We just want the truth to be out there.
That's why I don't say nothing on my channel. Logically insane. I still have
I
it
don't
set.
know how many subs I got. I don't really pay much attention to it, but it's kind of dripping because I don't really.
Yeah, that's like me, guys. We're just investigating and asking questions, sharing experiences and stories.
Yeah.
You know, I think we can only do that really. YouTube. I think it's good to expose our experience and then to connect with other people and have a good time as well. Because we can't. We How can I say this? We have to have fun as well because YouTube we take it as serious, but YouTube kind of takes it as entertainment. So
Well, that's good for now.
we're entertaining our minds with true and research and investigations and experiences. And I think that's the best disclosure we really got, really, right? It's the best truth we have.
Yeah, and I don't think it's slow disclosure. I think it's slow absorption because, like I said, the truth.
Exactly. Yep.
The truth is stranger than fiction, so it's hard for people.
The truth is been out already. We just have to absorb it and You know, right?
A ghost
Ah,
story
okay.
had a
That was a joke. I didn't. I thought she was talking about the gremlins,
Oh, okay.
the little creatures. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's just like
goblins.
I blame Gremlin. I don't blame you.
Do
Yeah,
you,
well,
what do you think about
the
those?
things in my house that are moved and missing, I blame Gremlins.
Yeah.
Well, you could have playful ones that are, you know, there's plenty of
You know how
plenty
humans
of
are.
beings that have a good sense of humor.
You know how many people are. Many
Don't make
people
them
could
bad.
be funny.
You
You
want to
know.
go up here?
Send the
Okay.
questions, face.
Uh,
Okay, so
thoughts on portals and mind speak.
yeah, okay, so TKB or yeah, Ghost
Ghost
Story said,
Nice one. That's a
TKB,
beautiful question,
yeah.
Ghost.
Thoughts on
Ghost
portals
Lore is
and
our
mind
awesome
speak.
sister.
Yeah.
She's a moderator from a friend of ours,
Right.
First
Okay.
Floor Audio. Do you know them? Him?
First,
Not really, because
first
He's
floor
he's
auditors.
English. He's Lee. He plays the keyboard and he sings. He also plays guitar. He's like a one man show on Saturdays. A Ghost Lore. If you can get the link for First Floor Audio, and we'll get one subscriber, at least two subscribers, because it's Jim and Matt and Tina. I don't know if Tina has a YouTube, but
No.
she
well,
can have an account if you want, just to
Yeah.
comment and things.
okay. You want to say? Can you step up the Ghost Lord's question? TKB thoughts on portals and mind speak.
Okay, it's up. I have to look. Wait a second.
Okay.
There it is.
Wonderful. I'm curious on that.
Yeah, me too.
Mind speak.
Thoughts on portals and mind speak. Well, mind speak is telepathy. Matt does that all the time.
Yeah. There's two voices in your head, but you know, you and the one that's deciphering what's in front of you. You know, so it's you're always thank you. Mom's falling
Got
Got
it.
it?
You
Got it.
Got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I can't get him jumpy.
Look,
Okay.
I just treat these ones because they like my blood.
They're little suckers. It's like
Yeah.
politics. Um,
And you know, it's kind of just a control thing, you know.
that's good.
It's not
Yeah.
personal. It's either
No.
my blood or or
theirs.
theirs,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
It's better theirs than ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
You got more blood too.
all right, get on with the question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep
Answer.
you guys on track.
Okay. Portals and mind speak. Mind speak is the normal thing. Not for all people.
Well, I mean,
I gotta get on track. I'm like,
Ghost was talking about mind speak. You know, some people, I don't think they will, unless they trust you. You know, we were into Bigfoots for a long time, and I don't know why, but Scott came along and started talking. So, um, you know, there's reasons why, you know, if you're open, that they might talk to you.
yeah, that started whenever I first started talking to Scott, intentionally talking to him. That was whenever he did the arch, the tree arch.
Yeah. Well,
The
you know,
big
if you
giant-
remember, we loved that arch.
yeah, that was a
And we
big
gave him some love, remember? Like,
Yeah,
we were like,
wow.
that is so cool. When he did that
Mhm.
arch, because see, we were up in the woods and there was this big tree, and Matt was like, wouldn't it really be cool if this tree was bent, you know, like an arch? And he shimmied down that tree. We're up on a big rock cliff, and he shimmied down that tree.
It was
And then we
straight up.
go back up maybe the next weekend or something,
Yeah,
and it was a beautiful arch.
straight
And
to
so
the
we
road.
got it, of course, we're on video, but we were so excited. We thought it was so cool. And like you said, because we didn't like, you know, that we were open, I guess that's probably why he comes. It's because, well, you guys are,
We were continuously in search and trying to seek for the truth
yeah.
of what the truth really is.
And we
Are
weren't,
y'all
we
a
wasn't,
predator
we
or are
wasn't,
y'all real?
yeah, we wasn't fearing, and we wasn't, well, we were a little, there was fear,
We
but we were
were.
still going.
No, we were
We're still
doing it.
trying to find out
We
what's
want
going
to
on.
conquer our fears, and we want the truth behind of why we should fear or not.
Yeah.
And
And,
we found out we don't need to fear.
right. And so, as
Go.
far as mind speak, telepathy. I think we all. It's about trust. I'm not gonna say I can't, but I'm not. I'd have to learn to trust what I hear. Some, and then you're talking. Then you've got the one with portals. Portals. Anything about portals? I don't.
You were in your portal that once. In your
My
dream.
dream.
That's what I see as portals as. You
Tell
sleep
us,
and
tell us, Jim.
Well, the other night I had a dream, and I was coming back, and I was coming through a portal, and I held it. I held myself in the portal, and I'm looking down, and I could see that I was coming back into my body, and I told Tina, "Take a picture, take a picture," and she reached over and kind of did like that, and then I went. Then I couldn't hold the portal no more because it threw me into my body, and so then I was in bed going, "Man." I was disappointed because she didn't take a picture because I was holding the portal open. I remember holding it like this, like a tunnel. I was holding it. I didn't want to go forward because I stopped it, and I was right there. Like, take a picture, take it, and she can hear me say something.
I just heard pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it.
You know. But so maybe that's a portal because I mean, like I said, I was sleeping. I left my body.
Yeah.
At least that's my. It might have been a dream. But it was a pretty real dream because I was take a picture. And I still have it very clear that I had stopped and was holding it because I was funny. You're probably not supposed to do that, but that's the way I am. I'm experimental. I'm like stuck in the pillar going, I'm not, hold it, take a picture.
I need proof.
Nobody
Nobody was awake then.
Take a picture. I had it.
Hey, I got one question. Is there a difference between mind speak and telepathy? Or are they the same?
Difference. I see mind speak and telepathy being kind of like the same thing. You're being talked to in the head, by another individual. I mean, even animals will talk to each other by just the way they look at each other. There's something going on there. Over to the right of them, they move their ear to the right.
Their position, their stance.
Their stance, yeah. So you can see through that. So I think that's like a way of communication. It's a physical body, but there's also the internal. They talk through that way too. I'm trying to remember it that way. But
how did they know you could do
telepathy and mind speak should be the same thing for my speak.
But how did they identify that you could hear that?
Oh.
Because then you're like everything talking.
I guess telepathy is the first start to mind speaking because when you mind speak, you're having a speaking, correlating conversation with each other. That's mind speaking. I might be off, but that's what I see. But telepathy is your first introduction into talking to the other side, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and remember that movie from Leonardo DiCaprio, the one about the dreams?
The inconception?
Yep. So there is when someone is giving the sense that it's you that is thinking it, or you perceive it. I think it comes back to each person if they perceive as being themselves or being some other entity, so that they don't want to get the guilt. You know what I mean? It's like a psychological game in their own heads. That's if it's a disease. You know what I mean? Like if you have a psychotic, if you think medical science, if you have a psychotic problem where you hear voices, but it's your own, and they can be destructive, or or it's a message that someone's sending you.
Yeah, well, the government's using the government's got the technology close to head too, so you got to be
as
careful.
well. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's still
that's a big fear of mine.
To feel the energy of the voice, feel the energy. If you don't have an energy like positive or negative, that could be technology doing that.
Yeah,
we have a fly sitting on top of the camera, smiling, but
bright green. But
What you got? You got next question?
Well, okay, we'll go to
Okay,
the
this
next
one is good.
Yeah, Andrew, he's been rolling in. I saw a 6x9, a 6 or 9 shadow of a head, neck, and body of a small. Oh, that's inch. My bad. 6 to 9 inches shadow of the head, neck, and body of a small being. Move quickly across the dirt road and part the grass and make its way through it. My daughter couldn't see the thing the being saw the grass part.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, you might have, Andrew, that's, a lot of people have the ability to see things that others don't. So I wouldn't be real surprised.
It's your perspective of
And like I said, I guarantee
light
it's like this.
in your eyes.
Put it this way. This will not be true, might not be. If you got an open heart, you might have opening up your ability to see. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think people that have open hearts might be able to see more than those that are closed up. If you have anger, jealousy, judgment, all that, fear, you're probably closing down your ability to see more of God's world, because that's what it is. God's world is all the stuff that's hidden. A lot of it, we don't see it because we're not ready to see that.
Mm-hmm. Is there another question?
Yeah,
That was
that's good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, really good.
Oh yeah.
Have you answered already, right?
What kind of being could it be?
Oh, that being.
Shadow of the head.
Yeah.
6 down the shadow. Oh, okay. What kind of being could it be?
Did it walk on 2 legs or
It could have
4?
been like a
Bigfoot stolen.
could be a Bigfoot still in your weeds.
That Rockstar said Bigfoot stole my weed. Hey, Rockstar, Bigfoot have a whole lot better than we. Trust me.
Yeah.
We can tell you what Bigfoot does. You think?
I think it was an elf, by the way.
Yep. An elf.
Yeah, I think it was about an elf.
Real elf.
Yeah, a little elf. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
See, there's so many different types. It's not an elf, by the way, because there's so many different types of those small beings that have been created. I can't tell if it was what type it was. Like, there's so many different types of humans. It's hard to tell what type of really it was, but it's like an elf
Yeah.
in a perspective.
Yeah.
You know?
Before we get to Angel Lake Superior, said that the intuitive sight is possible. Right. Lake Superior. I mean, you everyone has things. I'm more of a knower. He's a seer. Tina, she's kind of like a feeler. She'd be like, she'll pick up something, and she could tell whether it's good or bad. She kind of feels it. So like you said, but we have to team up with each other because we all have abilities, and if we don't, that's just dumb. People need to find people that have different abilities than them, so they can say, like Angel Wing, she's very sensitive, so she's really good at seeing energy that
Feeling
needs to
the
be cleared,
energy.
feeling the energy, seeing it needs to be fixed, fixing it. She gets
Transmutation. She might be actually really good at doing body work.
Right.
I mean, she could feel the ball of energies. She might be able to feel these type of Dragon Ball Z type of balls.
So some of us are going to be some of us are going to be some of us are really good healers.
Yeah.
And some of us are.
Chloe, she's good at that stuff.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Ninja D.
Okay, you got that one.
My most recent sightings wasn't very far.
I think we missed one. Did we get this fast?
Oh, what was Angel Wings? We did.
Yeah.
Did we?
Did I miss one?
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
We're gonna grab him. Jump on David just a second. I think there's one above him.
So, Angel Wings.
He's looking at it. He's looking at it. He's working. He's
working.
working his computer.
Fast. I'll slow down.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Go ahead and read it.
Okay, I'll read it.
Oh, I got a new.
Oh, okay, you read. Okay, I read. Oh, I got a new unintended dragon. Is that what it says?
Yeah. He's a wild
Let's
stray.
see if it
Okay.
is right.
Okay, it's Angel Wings. It's just right above Ninja Dave's right there. We'll come back to him in just a second before we forget her. She says, "Oh, I got a new unattended dragon. He's wild, a stray. He got scared of me and scratched my wings, and then he hurt his wings. After we healed, made a truce, seen out my door, he got hugs. Seen out my door, he got hugged. Yep, he got hugged. That's really cool. I don't know if Angel's talking about you know, she went to pick up a dragon one time where she was going somewhere and she was telling us about this, she thought it was one of her dragons and she picked it up and she was taking it home and it scratched her or bit her or something. And she's like, what? First of all, she thought, wait a minute, my dragon doesn't let me carry him like this or whatever. And then it bit her and then she realized it's a Draco, right? It's a Draco dragon. And so like anything, even a Bigfoot, you got to be firm and say, hey, I don't mind being friends with you, but don't come in my house. You got to stand up for who you are. And if you're going to know dragons, and you're going to know Bigfoots, and you're going to know elves, and you're going to know um, um, anything, you got to be able to say, okay, I don't mind, if you're going to come to my house, then don't do this or whatever. But anyway, it's kind of neat that she's actually helping Draco dragon babies, which kind of blows my mind because the Dracos are very masculine. But the thing is, it's like having a good dog. A good dog, if they love you, they'll protect you. So you can't fear things because they're masculine or because even if they're Dracos, you really can't fear them. You got to kind of give them a chance. And she's the kind of person that isn't afraid. She don't scare. She don't scare. And she keeps them straight. Stop jumping on the bed, kids, or whatever. And she does. Yeah. So that's really cool.
Oh, look who's here.
Cheers.
Oh, we have
So,
some.
okay, I think you have the next one coming down. You had the Ninja Dave. I think just next. And this was on.
Yeah, he said that he had a sighting just a little bit ago close to us.
Okay.
And then there's the next part.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Tina.
You're welcome.
He says my most recent sighting wasn't very far from Miles from Jim and Matt. Yeah, he lives pretty close by, and the woods that we share the woods, and he's this is East Tennessee, so lots of activity out here, everything. And then he said, let's see, Ninja Dave said, I saw the red glowing eyes near the old cemetery next to where I saw it before. And I mean, he has regular seeings because he's got his eyes open and he's got his heart open. He drives down the road, he sees things. And he's been doing it so long, he's got kind of intuitive, and I think a lot of them just come, to show themselves to Ninja Dave because he's willing to, he's open-minded.
Post the links, Ghost. Jim, I bet you would like to meet Steve Stockton. You may have heard of him. No?
No, but I'll check him out.
Ghost Lore will post the links.
Okay.
He does stories of Bigfoot, disappearing people. He's like a big person on the Bigfoot community.
Oh, okay. Well,
so if you ask around, people will know who he is. Maybe.
Yeah, we don't really fit in with the Bigfoot people because a lot of the Bigfoot people are physically getting evidence, and we like to get physical evidence. Yeah. But we've kind of moved past that, and
exactly. Yeah.
But it's so important to people to go out to the woods, go out with the family, go out camping, experience, the physical things. It's probably more important than what we're doing.
Oh, bless
But
sister, bless him. I hope everything goes well with his baby. Big prayers for Steve Stockton wife and him, of course, and their
oh,
baby,
okay, cool,
who
cool.
is coming out very soon. So he's gonna
All
know the
right,
light of day.
that's cool.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Big
Mm.
blessings.
Okay, his channel is called it's From Beyond. It's a channel that Lee, Lee, who I told you he does music, he does a keyboard and singing and guitar. He does several instruments. They have a show together,
Right.
but Stockton has another channel, his own, like with the stories. He's got like thousands of story.
Okay. I will. I'll click on the links. I'll sub to them, and we'll see. See, we watch. I know we watch
Yeah, just
Steve
have a
on
look.
YouTube.
You'll find Ghost there. Ghost is the
Yeah.
moderator of Lee on
Yeah.
First Floor Audio on Saturdays. He does a show on Saturday and during the week.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we just went and subbed, so we'll check them out.
Okay, so we have someone here. Do you know Mike?
Like Spirit taking off.
Yeah, she's taking off from what I'm seeing. Take it easy, Lake
Thanks,
Superior.
thanks,
Go
Lake
ahead.
Superior, for coming hanging out for a while.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you very
awesome, man.
much.
Good question.
What you got now?
Okay, this one you will find this interesting, I think. Look what it says. Four gnomish races: forest, rock, tinker, and deep. Have you heard of this?
Four, four strong.
Oh, so 4 different races in the gnomes.
Oh, I got you.
So there's a
Got
forest gnome, a rock gnome, a tinker gnome, and a deep gnome.
you. Interesting. So we
Hmm.
haven't investigated gnomes.
Svirfneblin. That must be like the original name.
I just call a lot of them little people because I really don't know. So, I mean, I might call them an elf or a little person that I
Or
really
we
don't
call
know.
them a gnome.
Yeah, even a gnome. But
That's something we haven't. That's something we haven't had here. We haven't talked to the fairies or gnomes. I mean, we've seen them.
well,
I think Chloe's.
yeah, the fairies and the dragons
Oh,
came from Australia to us to get us connected, and I think I'm slacking.
Yeah, maybe sliding
I'm
in
always
the direction.
Yeah, I might need to be looking around more,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things.
That's very interesting. Though.
I'm connected to the dragons, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know much about those little people.
She says there are numerous different subraces and substructures of elves, including aquatic elves. Yeah.
hmm dark elves, deep
bless you.
elves, gray elves, high elves, moon elves, snow elves, sun elves.
Right. Ain't that cool?
That's
Wow.
Yeah. Like I said,
interesting.
that goes through one thing. When you talk about but during Atlantis, there was a lot of DNA, experimenting, and they took a lot of. I think they took a lot of. I think it's like a lot of Sasquatches, which are like modified Bigfoots. I mean, these terms are not right because everything's different. Everything depends on where you go. But I'm just saying, basically, we're looking at Atlantis. Also, probably did a lot of developing of the elves and things. And like I said, not bad or good. Really, it's just more species like us. I mean, we're mixed. I mean, Adam and Eve was probably made from the hominogens or hominins, the homies that were here before us.
Hominoids.
The hominoids, but in fact, that there's that many different types: moon elves, snow elves, sun elves, right? And they're probably just as many Bigfoots because there's snow Bigfoots, moon Bigfoots, high, and So that's real neat.
Swamp
is a-
apes and
Yeah, the swamp apes and
The Yeti is
The
real. He's white. You know, there
Lugaroo.
is a white Bigfoot out there, by the way. Even Scott was amazed.
yeah, even Scott was saying
Even the
even
Bigfoot
Scott.
Scott was amazed.
I mean, a Bigfoot was amazed at another Bigfoot.
How big and how white he really was. He was shocked.
So that gives you an
holy crap.
idea. I mean, we're shocked at what we're seeing, but even a Bigfoot's shocked at another Bigfoot because he's like, "Whoa, that's a Yeti! It's huge!"
Yeah, see, Bigfoot, our Scott, he's about like the tallest human. You know, like I don't know, 8, 10 foot tall. You know, he's in between that area. You know, there's some people that got like a 15-inch foot. You know, but that's how big Scott's foot is. You know, actually a little bigger, he says. But now, trying to remember where I was going with it. I think I went where I was.
I think you're just talking about basically the difference.
the difference in
It's
heights.
crazy.
Like Scott's,
crazy.
Scott's dad's 6 toes. Scott's mom's 5 toes. Scott's
Yeah.
dad red. Mom's brown.
Black. Mom's black.
Mom's black. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, ain't that neat?
Yeah.
And you know, I think that they host once that they're basically the babies are born like Easter eggs. It's like
Dude.
peeps, Bigfoots, and then they turn into a major color as they grow older. A Bigfoot,
Oh, the
babies.
the colors of the hairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
like a peep. A lot of peeps are born yellow,
Yeah.
but they might be brown.
Or white.
Yeah, right.
I might
And we
be
have
white
peeps that are born.
peeps.
We don't ever have no yellow peeps.
We did,
Did we have a yellow peep?
Did we?
yeah, but yeah.
Great
Mm.
peeps.
Pecker, she was white.
White.
I mean, yellow. She was a yellow.
She was a yellow peep.
She was a yellow peep.
True. That might make sense why we don't.
But I
get
mean,
along.
imagine that Bigfoot little babies like Easter eggs.
They change
Ain't that
colors
cool?
as they grow.
Yeah. So I mean, we got to get our minds around all this stuff because
You can
it's
see a
so-
raggedy old looking Bigfoot over there, but it's just him like going in between seasons.
or when they get really old, a lot of times they get white.
Yeah, they get white.
A lot of elder Bigfoots are white.
Oh, Robin says good night.
Hey, take it easy,
Good night.
Robin. Love
Good
you.
night. Thank you for joining us.
Heck yeah.
Great questions. Awesome.
Heck yeah. Keep them rolling. We're doing
I'm good, brother. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if there's more questions. I'm a little bit lost. Sorry, guys.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we're getting mom's getting
Okay.
I got 21% on my battery.
Yeah, we got about 21%. We don't
Okay.
want to start.
Okay, so let's maybe do one more, and then we're done for tonight. If you want, yeah, maybe the battery is best. It doesn't go before we finish.
Make a baby together. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Still lingering. Everyone's starving. Matt might get a energy boost. The baby dragons eat with me and feed us good energy. We all share, right? And
We all share good energy.
And she feels that energy, you know. And when she tells you stuff like that, it really opens up your mind, thinking of how things.
There's
are. That's
there's
cool.
more to it. Your energy. Oh, not bad for you. Your energy. You gain boost. So whenever you lose a negative energy, you gotta fill it in with positive. So the best way to cope with a negative situation is to laugh. That's how you fulfill inside yourself the negative effect that happened to you by laughing. Put a light on the situation. Make it real. You know, nothing's better than something that's real. This pouch can't be as good as it is if it wasn't built to be real and be able to withstand. You know, and you can laugh because it's still here, right? With anything. That goes with anything. Yourself. Be appreciative of your own self, let alone. You are here. You made it here. There's another guy that spoke.
There you go.
You are here.
You are here.
You are here. So
Yep, that's not easy. It's a big accomplishment already to be here.
Be strong. Because you can't laugh if you ain't strong. Right?
Hmm.
You never know if someone's testing you, teasing you, unless you're strong.
That's true.
You can't tell until you're strong. So stay strong and laugh. But Let's see what's going on.
About Mantis in the History Channel. Okay, he was saying Andrew, their story girl claimed to be abducted by Mantis sister. Yeah, you know the History Channel, a lot of these channels, they really like to promote the fear stuff because it
They
sells.
take out pits. They
Well,
take
yeah,
out
the
pits.
fear sells. You know, everyone loves to be scared and mysteries, and so there's a whole lot of you know people tell the fear sides. That's the truth. They wasn't. They were fearful. I've been there. I told the fear stories too.
Yeah,
Not to
I
get
got my
clicks,
own.
but
Because of
feared,
reality.
because I didn't know. I wasn't strong in my own walk and strong in my spiritual walk, and strong and trusting. So yeah, a lot of fear.
Mhm.
I, I, I don't subscribe to a lot of that because you know there's a better world to see. You know, you can see that world, or you can see the dragonflies in the positive world around you. You choose what you want to think about. It says
Transmuting negative into positive.
Thank you for joining, Forrest.
Yeah, thank you for
When you see your posts and you see one like it is mine, sister. I'll try commenting more often, but one like it's
That's
surely
awesome.
mine.
Heck yeah. That's great.
Ghost Story 1974 film. I'll try to watch it in it. Podcast. Andrew says, I have the book written by Linda Howell. Yeah, I've
Do you
I
know
love
her?
Linda Howell. I love Linda Howell. I've heard a lot of her stuff.
Yeah.
It has her full count illustrations. The mantis was at least 8 foot tall. Yeah, and again, the mantis are, dude, I think Andrews is related to them because they normally wouldn't come and be involved with you if there wasn't something that you
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
More likely.
Yeah. Here's this. The Scorpion King. What makes him different than the Mars Mantis beings is that he'll actually look like a human body. He has a human head, a human arm, and a body of a locust and a tail of a scorpion. And his wings will sound like hooves on a herd of hooves and thundering or something like that. Thundering of hooves or something like that. That's the sound of his wings flapping. But
Yeah, that was what we heard
the
that
different
night. We were the first time we
No,
met him.
that's-
We heard that herd coming in, and that was down Cooper.
that's down in Cook Creek. That's when we first heard
When
that.
we first heard
He's
it,
right about that. We do need to talk about that.
I'm just
But-
telling you.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But the difference between Scorpion King and the Mantis beings from Mars, I told you what the Scorpion King is. What the Mantis beings are, they literally look more like a exact replica of every insect. Not really but in their own way, of course. A donkey doesn't look like a horse, but they do have a resemblance of what looks like the same, right? So that's what we're talking about here. But it's not like one that's lower than the other or one's bigger than the other. No, it's just a different way of seeing them. So I hope that answers it. So you might be able to get some clarifications of what you're seeing and seeing if it's a connection to Mars or if it's a connection to Scorpion King himself. Do you see a humanoid figure in there? Because that's more of a Scorpion King situation.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not. Majority of the time, it's not good to see a Scorpion King
No,
in
he's
there.
usually out getting people on
Balanced.
track.
Get people back on track. Get people back on their spirit.
Yeah,
Bring
sometimes you
it
need
back.
to be smacked in the face to get smacked around to get back into your heart.
Yeah, a little extra energies when you don't need it. He'll give it to you.
If
When
you're-
your
if you're-
situation is a negative situation, he'll amp your energy up.
You're standing on the side of the road and cars are going by and you notice your kid's daydreaming and you're not paying attention. You might walk over and smack him and say, dude, pay attention.
Like,
Another foot and you could get, oh, geez, I am standing by something dangerous. Yes. Sometimes you got to smack people and say, hey,
yeah.
you need to find focus.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes a lot of these beings will scare you just to tell you to wake up. This
Yeah.
is you can't be sleeping out here. This is not the city. This is the woods.
This is real.
This is where
If a lion's gonna eat you, he'll eat you right now. All right. If a predator's gonna attack, he's gonna attack you right now. Type of situation. So you have guides around you that tries to put fear on you to wake you up, saying, "Hey, get with it. You're in a situation where you could possibly get taken. Do you want this?"
All right, John. What do you think, man? We're
What do you think,
finally
John?
starting to slow down. The question, we better. I
Yeah,
know I'm kind of.
we're cool. Do you want to leave it there?
Yeah, because I want to go get me some dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If no one else has
wonderful,
any more
brother. Right
questions.
on spot then.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was good to just
Thank
let
you
it
very
flow
much, my
and see who
friends.
comes and see who says anything. And I think it looks like everybody's cool and we're slow down so we can go eat some dinner.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us. And like I said,
My pleasure,
maybe-
brothers and sister Tina.
Yes.
Thank you very much for telling us the update about our friends, and I'm glad everything's going well. And
Yep.
we're always trying to make it a better world. That's what really matters, right?
That's the
right.
main.
And George has been out and he has covered your area. And you do have some of our friends coming out to make sure everything's good. So
I'm thankful
and
for that.
cover they do watch on you. They do check on
They
you.
do protect you, your area, and you, and the energies that matters the most.
Yeah.
As in like.
I saw a flash the other day on the sky. I was arriving like 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and I saw the flash, and I was like expecting like fireworks. Nothing, just a flash.
Right.
No star, nothing. Just it was actually quite quick. I saw the flash, and then I tried memorizing where it was. There was a plane passing like a little bit far away, but it crossed like after like 10 seconds. It crossed the path, but that was it. But I found it interesting.
Yeah, if
It's
you
not
see
the
like
first time I see it.
an insect that's really big, that could be George.
The giant.
Because he does stuff like that. You might see a really big grasshopper. You'd be like,
Outrageous.
oh my God, look at the size of that grasshopper. That might be George.
Oh, damn.
So, just so
Oh,
you
I've
know.
seen a few the last days in the park. I've seen a yellow butterfly, yellow and black. I saw a dragonfly.
Oh, man.
Mhm.
No, yeah, dragonfly, like a big one. My kid
Right.
was a bit afraid. Actually,
But
no, he was afraid of the butterfly.
right.
It makes sense.
Well, if you see any really big insects or bugs, a lot of times he might come in that kind of way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I won't attack any. I'm joking.
George,
You know,
he knows you wouldn't attack him. That's why he comes and visits you.
Yeah. He's
wonderful. Thank you.
He knows.
he doesn't want to get taken by the government.
French fries
Right.
hit the spot for angel wings. I'm in a hurry, shopping in a few needs, groceries, getting gluten-free noodles, and making homemade mac and cheese tomorrow. Yum 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 yum.
Oh, that's good.
Well, thank you very much, John. Thank you very much, Angel Wings
Beautiful.
and Ghost Lord.
Thank you
Whoever
very
else
much,
is
Ghost Lore, Forest
Yeah,
Friend,
thank you,
Andrew.
Thank you, everybody.
Love to
We
all
had a
y'all.
lot of people here coming and going, but we had a beautiful time.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you very
And,
much, you
it
guys.
made us feel good to
It's
get a
always
chance
a
to speak.
pleasure.
Well, thanks, John.
I may
You
be
too, man.
having Josh very soon, our friend Josh.
Awesome.
So I'll let you know when that happens.
Oh yeah.
I'm at 15.
Yeah, Josh is a Josh man. He is something out there. I love him.
His
That's
mama.
him,
Yeah.
Bear Claw. Yeah, Bear Claw.
Very cool.
Yeah, Bear Claw.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Yeah.
part of
Oh.
the
This is
team.
Yeah,
That little
The
dog
true
got from Bear Claw.
He just has a great time. He spends so much time. He's just enjoying life. He enjoys life. He gets to spend a lot of time
Oh, nice one.
with his buddies in the woods
Beautiful.
and he's showing them his time.
That's Mama's bracelet.
From Bear Claw.
Mama
From Bear
Bear
Claw.
is awesome.
And she is awesome.
Heck yeah.
Send prayers for Mama Bear because she hasn't been feeling very good.
Yes,
You're not
Uh,
definitely.
eating.
I think
You're not
it was too
talking
warm
anything
there as
really good
well.
cooking. You gotta think about dinner ourselves. Angel says she's off talking. I
Okay,
know you're
bon
not about to be
appetit, my
hungry.
friends.
All
You
right.
can leave. I'm just gonna put some music to finish
Okay.
the stream. Big
All right.
hugs, my friends. I'll see you
Okay.
soon. I'll be
All right.
telling you the updates I'll be doing with the seeds because I'll be
Cool. I'm
probably
excited
giving
for that.
like most of them to my friends so that he can grow it like properly,
Yeah.
and then I'll keep a little bit to try myself and grow, and
Okay.
then put it on a greenhouse so that it can survive until maybe October or September.
Right.
Even
Okay.
if it grows, I'll put it inside, in the
It'll be
window.
good. It'll be good. Once they get big, you can do all kinds of asparagus.
Once you get them growing, that's all that matters.
All right.
Okay,
Good night,
I'll do
everybody.
my best, brothers. Okay,
Okay.
big
Good
hugs,
night.
and please
Big hugs.
subscribe
All right.
to
Much
my
love.
brothers and sister Tina and Jim and Matt. Stay
All right.
blessed.
All right.
Love
All
you
right.
Love
guys.
you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a
Love you.
good dinner. See you soon. Okay.
Okay.
Take
Bye.
care.
Okay. So guys, I'll just put some music to finish. Actually, I think. Okay. Let me just check where I have the music, guys. Thank you very much for joining, everyone. Um, it's a bit late. Either way, um, we had a blast, guys. I hope you had as good time as I did. Okay, let me just check one thing, guys. Okay. Okay, I can show you with the phone going, I think. No, not you. Okay, wonderful. It's still going. Where are you? Here you go. No, not here. Okay, this one here is for my brother Jimbo. May not be working. It's not working, guys. Sorry. I do think I have it here somewhere. I'm gonna have to get this sorted, guys. Okay. Okay, I'll show you this one first then. In the morning light, backpack ready for the hike. Sunshine on his happy face. Nature calls, he's on the chase. Down the trail with steady stride. Into the forest open wide. Birds are singing sweet refrain. John P. dancing in the rain. Hey, 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 John P. adventuring wild and free. Hey, 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 come and see. John P. in harmony. Climbs the mountain, stands so tall, echoes flowing through the hall. Misty valleys down below, John P. feels the peaceful flow. Streams and trees as far as sight, moon and stars in the night. John P. under the sky, camping while the fire's high. Hey, 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 John P. adventuring wild and free. Hey, 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 come and see John P. in harmony. Fishing with the morning breeze, John P. soul is at ease. Catching dreams in the sun, outdoor life is so much fun. Fishing with the morning breeze, John P. soul is at ease. Catching dreams in the sun, outdoor life is so much fun. Hey, 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 John P. adventuring wild and free. Hey, 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 come and see John P. in harmony. Hey, 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 John P. adventuring wild and free. Hey, 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 come and see John P. in harmony. Hey, 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 John. Jimbo Rollins is bicycle town. For my brother Jimbo. Wheels spinning makes him proud. Manifesting with a smile. Keeps on cruising by. Stations his next big game. Hey, words, it's all the same. Joystick in hand with skill to show. Space invaders, Jimbo's ready to go. Last one. John P. loves you. John P. in the morning light, backpack ready for the hike. Sunshine on his happy face. Nature calls, he's on the chase. Down the trail with steady stride, into forests open wide. Birds are singing sweet refrain. John P. dancing in the rain. Hey, 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 John P. adventuring wild and free. Hey, 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 come and see John P. in harmony. Climbs the mountain, dance so tall, echoes flowing through the hall. Misty valleys down below, John P. feels the peaceful flow. Streams and trees as far as sight, moon and stars in the night. John P. under the sky, camping while the fire's high. Fishing with the morning breeze, John P.'s soul is at ease. Catching dreams in the sun, outdoor life is so much fun. John P. adventuring wild and free. Hey, 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 come and see John P. in harmony. Hey, 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 John P. adventuring wild and free. Hey, 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 come and see John P. in harmony. Good evening, my people. This music was Sidvich author. Stay blessed, my people. John P. loves you. See you soon. Thank you very much for joining.